All right.
All right. Looks like we are live. Hello, the stream. I hope everyone's been doing well here today. I am Adam. My pronouns are he, him. I am going to be the facilitator for the stream. First, I'm going to speak to the charity that we are dedicating the stream to, which is Black and Pink. Black and Pink National is a prison abolition organization dedicated to abolishing the criminal punishment system and liberating LGBTQIA plus people and people living with HIV/AIDS who are affected by that system. They do this through advocacy, support, and organizing. There's about a dozen chapters throughout the country, um, and this is something that's really important to us. Prison abolition is one of many systemic issues in our country today, and we're really proud to be able to support them here. So, a little bit about the game that we're going to be playing here today. The game is called Sweet Peony. This is a game that I wrote. And it's a game that's just about life and kind of simple moments, the ups, downs, the different emotions that everyone experiences on a day-to-day basis. There isn't always uh, just keen highs, keen lows. There's lots of back and forth and in between. So I'm also, and this is going to be a modification to my game. Sweet Peony is normally a two-player game. I have modified it for the live stream to be for four players. Sometime in the next couple weeks, I'm going to actually be adding a free add-on to my game on itch.io. So that way everyone else can have the rules for four-player as well. You can find this game at hawk-windrider.itch.io. And you can follow me at hawkwindrider on Twitter. Joining me today for the game, we have Alice. Throwing the ball to you first.
Hi, my name is Alicia. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find the games that I wrote on alicesv.itch.io.
Toss it to Filo.
I caught it. I did like a cool basketball catch. Did a couple of little loops and such. I've never played a sport in my life. My name is Philo T. Hazard. I use the he and the they pronouns. You can find me at Philo Hazard on things. I do an itch. It's also that. Goodbye.
Wait, don't leave. We have a game to play.
That was a bad intro.
No,
It's fine. I could probably do you one worse.
All right, Vaughn. You have to one up Philo. It's the law.
Do you want me to list all 5 of the names that most people can use? I won't.
Please.
You can call me Vaughn or Rook. I use they, them, and they, them pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at Indignant Smirk. And also by the same handle at itch.io. In a couple of months, there should be a new game up there that I will be yelling a lot about. So, yeah.
Look at us, all game designers.
How powerful.
Yo. All right. And again, just for anyone in the chat who wants to donate to the organization we are supporting here, Black and Pink, you can just type !donate in the chat, which will bring up the donation link, which is you can also find at donate.rollplusbond.com. All right. So, Sweet Peony is intended to be a quick pickup game. So we haven't done any of the prep work for this game outside of just assigning the different emotions we're going to play. So we're going to go through setting and character creation, and then we'll actually get into the game itself. And again, none of us have talked about any ideas for setting our character creation. So you all lovely people get to see our brains work in real time. There is a 99% chance we'll be quiet Googling stuff for a little bit. I apologize in advance.
I do hope so. That's on my bingo card.
All right. So, in the Sweet Peony document, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to our setting. Does anyone have any ideas for a setting, a character, anything that kind of stands out strongly to them? Again, this is meant to be very loose. Just you can pitch it at anything. You could be anytime, anywhere, anything.
Space.
I do
Want to be in
enjoy
space?
space.
Love to be in space. I do enjoy space.
Time too. Time is great.
Space and time.
Okay, we
I'm
narrowed
going
it down to all of everything.
We've narrowed it down to all of everything.
The entire
Um,
known universe. Okay, it's like a magnifying glass we're honing in.
It's like the game Microscope, but in reverse.
Macroscope.
Cool. No, space I can do. I guess this might actually help refine our vibes a little bit. So in Sweet Peony, we're going to be focusing on a single character, a joint character, so that we're all going to be telling vignettes about. This character can either be person. It could also be an object as well, an inanimate object. Does anyone have a preference for this being like a person that might go around and interact with different things, or an object that we kind of focus on and around?
What about sentient object? Like space. We got robots, we've got ships.
Ooh, I like the idea of a robot.
I was thinking crew of ship,
Anyone?
but
Ooh,
Oh.
ship's not bad.
you can have a sentient ship. That adds an
You
entire
can.
extra level to the dark matter Firefly genre.
Is everyone just being quiet, or have I lost the ability to hear people?
No.
Adam.
Adam, come back.
That's
You were the
probably a
chosen
bingo
one.
card.
You were supposed to bring balance, not leave us in
Can
darkness.
people still hear me?
Yes.
We never
Wait,
lost
hang on.
you.
Yes, Hawk, we can hear you. Over. Wait, should I be using the Twitch chat for this?
I've lost the ability to hear y'all.
Adam, you haven't had this problem in a minute.
The Hawks have
I've had the
ears.
pro- Oh wait, yeah, now I can hear you guys again.
Okay.
That's
Ta-da!
Again. We've done it.
that was incredibly weird, and I'm sure very awkward for the people on stream. I apologize. Anyway, now that I can hear you guys, probably answer my question a dozen times. Does anyone have any preferences?
Ships, good. Space. All of space and
Sentient
time.
spaceship.
Yes.
A spaceship. You said
Sentient one, yes.
a sentient spaceship. I love it. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm down with that. How big is this spaceship? And let me actually get a little Google Doc up for us just to take notes for ourselves.
Maximum crew of 6 people?
6? Yeah, 6 is fun because with them can keep track of everyone.
Right.
Probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. It's enough to have all sorts of personalities, but not necessarily too many NPCs all at once.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna be dropping a Google Docs into the channel that we can all just kind of add to keep track of things as we want. So our setting is going to be in space. Our character is going to be a sentient spaceship. Does the
What
spaceship
animals
have a name?
Oh, probably. This is the Google time.
This is a Google time.
I see you there, Alice. Googling something. Yes, I'm Googling something totally not for my bingo card. Which, by the way, for people in the chat, you can type ! bingo and generate your your own bingo card. You can check off things that happen. It's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of fun.
thought that was a joke. I didn't
It was
realize this
not,
was a
no.
real bingo card. This is
No, yeah, I'm
good.
playing to win.
No, it's a real bingo card.
Good boat names.
See, the problem is, I'm just thinking of all the good boat names that I've used.
That's
good
also...
boat names for fishing boats?
No. I immediately thought of our long-running Galactic group game that I've been in, which we played 3 sessions of before we named our ship. Don't worry about it. So you're not alone in the struggles.
It's okay. I mean, look, if the friends can go a whole season and not name the university anything except the last university,
Okay,
I
that was
think
like an entire series.
Yes.
And they did go an entire season without, well, the entire first half of the season, and then they weren't on that ship anymore, naming the one for Twilight Mirage ship game.
It's true. I guess
Okay.
for flavor, this is a sentient ship. Did someone name the ship or did the ship name itself?
Hmm. And
Is
also,
the
what's
name
the
in
ship
contest?
function?
Is the ship register different from the ship post awakening, and we have one of the things is fixing the paperwork.
I'm down with whatever. I'm just waiting for someone to give me a good name. Just a solid name.
Oh, I'm going to borrow a thing.
Do it.
Yeah.
I have to
hang
go
on, hang
open
on.
a doc real
May
quick.
I?
We can do
Yeah.
both do it.
I've been googling good boat names for fishing boats for the last 5 minutes.
Okay,
Okay.
I
And
didn't
I
do the
have
Google. I'll mark that on my bingo.
I
You
have
okay? There you go.
I have endorphin.
Endorphin. Okay, I'm just gonna start writing these down. Yeah.
This is potentially not serious, but man, a lot of these are really rude. Why are fisher people so salty?
Rude boat names.
Rude boat names, like so many of them. I feel like you have a lot of time to think while out in the water, and maybe it's a bad thing.
Generally, you name your boat before going out in the water.
Is that alright if I pitch you something that alliterates that we're all going to manage to say wrong, but sounds really cool when we get it right?
Absolutely. Would it be a game with friends without a name like that?
Certainly if I'm at the table. Certainly not if I'm here.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready. Lay
I
it on
put it
us.
in stream chat because I'm on that roll. I will also go put it in our chat because, yeah, I don't even, yeah.
How do you pronounce the first word?
Tethys?
Tethys?
I
Tethys.
believe.
Tethys Telesto.
Tethys Celestial. I'm down with that. Yeah,
That could
cool.
be the legal ship name or the ship chosen name, or it could be something that they add on to instead, because why not give yourself a title because you're sentient?
Yeah, Tethys Celestial. I like that. Heck yeah. Okay, cool.
And it gives us plenty of nickname opportunities.
Yes. Does the ship have pronouns? It does not have to have pronouns.
I think it communicates with language. Like I think it's it we.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
I
like
like that.
communal pronouns. I'm on board.
We're usually going to be describing vignettes about the ship, so it's not going to be often that we need to speak as the ship, but I definitely think that's fantastic. Okay, and then for character creation to wrap this section up, we should think of 3 adjectives that best summarize the character. This will help for touchstones for the different vignettes.
Roaming.
So
That's not a good. There's a lot of
What
ways to.
about spindly? Like spindly? Like
okay,
instead of being like one big chunk, it's like lots of little like because I think a lot of spaceships tend to look like, planes or like boats. What
Mhm.
if extrude outward instead lots of little extraneous bits and, arms and fins and such?
Like a house with a lot of additions.
Like a
Oh,
house with a lot of additions. I mean, it could be a space only ship, at which point, it never has to go into atmosphere. It can look like whatever the sin you want.
Mhm.
Or like a bike. A bike's also a spindly means
what
of
if it looks like
transportation.
the spaceship from The Martian?
I'm
Hang on,
Googling spaceship
I am
from the
putting that
Martian.
in here.
John Martian spaceship.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
It's very long and thin. That center part rotates, generating
Extremely
artificial.
International Space Station vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, it generates artificial gravity through centrifugal force or centripetal force,
Ooh,
and so
what a
they can actually
long
get
Yeah.
boy.
regular gravity just in the center of the ship for like exercising and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
But
French
then,
shaped.
yeah,
It is friend shaped.
It is friend-shaped.
Yeah.
I don't know who has the Roll Plus reference login right now, but if someone wants to tweet that out, they can.
I like that about half of the results for this when I typed the Martian spaceship are pictures of Marvin the Martian.
Delightful. Delight Filo.
Okay. So let's see. So we have
that's
we
one.
need 2 more adjectives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about its personality?
Hmm.
What are we feeling?
I
Stoic.
think.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna think something along those lines. Like it's a kind of more quiet ship. It doesn't.
Placid.
Yeah, I like plastic better than stoic.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Okay.
What about caring? Can be placid but still care about people.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, what about earnest?
That's good.
I know earnest is a tangent off of caring, but like.
It's a more specific way to express that in a way.
Yeah.
You can be caring and not show it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, earnest definitely feels more like external facing, I think.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. So our setting is space, just all of space. Our character is going to be the sentient spaceship Tethys Telesto, using it and we pronouns. And the adjectives are spindly, placid, and earnest. All right. Excellent. So now I think that if y'all are ready, we can actually just move into the time frame section where we can talk about how long this game is going to take place. It can be literally as long as we want it to be. And if we overshoot or undershoot, that's fine. This is more just to give a bit of guidance for how long time could pass between vignettes. It's gonna be days, weeks, months, years, a lifetime. Does anyone have any vibes as far as the time frame is concerned?
I want it to
30
be.
years max? Oh, go ahead, Alice.
Oh, no, yeah, that works. I want it to be at least long enough for it to some crewmates change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah.
idea that travel in space takes time.
Uh-huh.
I think like 10 to 15 years, somewhere in that range, 13 years. I think that makes sense.
Mhm.
Uh, Given that. Cool.
Did you have something else to add there, Vaughn?
No. That I'm on board with that. I said like no more than 30, but yeah.
Oh, 30. Oh, okay. I think it's 13. I honestly
That's so
10. I
specific.
just think.
I've said 13 so many times with my mouth recently because my game is called 13 Candles, 13 Nights. So we've been talking
Okay.
about the game 1313 a lot.
I think.
So yeah, I intended to say 30. If it came out like 13, I
I mean,
completely understand.
the two words also sound very similar, and I have ADHD, which means audio processing issues. Baby, I think
Oh,
30,
handshake emoji.
30-ish years makes sense to me as well. Yeah, 30-ish years. That works great. Uh,
3 whole decades.
3 entire decades, give or take. Uh,
Depending.
um, cool. So as I said, we kind of already assigned ourselves the different emotions. So I'm going to kind of explain for the people viewing how this game is going to work. So we've each taken up one emotion, a different aspect of life. Um, I will be playing joy. Rook will be playing sorrow. Alice will be playing courage, and Philo will be playing fear. The way that the game is going to work is we each have one suit from a deck of cards, and we have two of each suit. So Rook has two sets of spades. I have two sets of hearts. Filo has two sets of clubs. Alice has two sets of diamonds. We're gonna then play the game War. So our decks are all shuffled, and we're going to basically just flip cards, and whoever wins the card play, whoever has the highest card, they're going to narrate a vignette about our character, framed by the emotion that they are personifying. If the people with the people with the highest cards tie, then we're all going to collaborate on a melancholy scene, something that makes just a mixture of emotions, and we each take one card from that. If you win a regular card play, you win all the cards in the play. Each of us has two jokers. At any point during play, if you either haven't had a scene for a while or you want to tug the narrative kind of in your direction, you can play the joker, and then you will immediately win the scene. You will narrate the scene as if you've won. You will take the cards from the pile as if you had won. Jokers cannot be used to break ties, so a tie will always stand.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What order of the faces are we going by?
we're all aces are high.
Okay.
And yeah, the jokers are not counted towards your card total, so those just stay face up. They when you use a joker, you flip it over, so you only get to use a joker twice throughout the game. That's everything that I need to cover for the gameplay. Does anyone have any questions, additions, comments that they want to make before we actually jump into playing the game?
I think I'm good.
Should we
Cool.
talk about what that is the name of our ship? That is the Lasto does, like as a ship? Are we a smuggling ship or a research one? Or
Oh,
is
good
there a way
idea.
to find out, sort of thing?
I like
Um,
research.
I think a research ship makes a lot of sense. I think that like if the ship winds up getting used for something other than research, I think that's a play to find out. But I like that we're starting our journey with that the ship is starting off as a research ship.
Okay, sounds good.
And so the original crew are a team of researchers. And specifically what they're researching are their individual roles we can kind of explore throughout play. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and start playing. So everyone flip their cards, the top cards, and we'll see who's going first.
Awesome.
Oh, I flipped
Big
Rook's.
ones.
Rook, you can flip mine then.
Yeah.
I misclicked.
Ooh, that's
We
a
are
Hey.
starting
tie.
off with a tie.
Joy fair. It's my
Joey,
favorite
well,
emotion.
yeah. To make it
Cheer.
a lot simpler, any tie will always result in melancholy. So the original game is just between joy and sorrow. We've added courage and fear for 4-player sweep. But yeah, we'll all kind of collaborate on kind of what a melancholy scene would be. This is exciting though. We've never tied a starter game before. So what does this scene look like? Already been have they already been on the ship for a while now? Is this the takeoff? Where are we kind of zooming in here for this little vignette?
I like the idea of the middle of space. Like, just get a nice camera pan in. You know, there's maybe like some stars in the background. You know, some of that dust stuff in interesting colors.
Although I do think that like getting to meet a whole new crew and starting off a journey is a joy fear sort of feeling.
Yeah.
That's true. The
But
fear of being
also,
known.
We can do a little bit of jumping around, right?
is there
Like
a ship that is we've decided the ship is big and weird and doesn't go into atmosphere? It's a research ship and it moves slowly. Is this a ship dropping off the research crew?
Oh, yeah. That way we kind of get both vibes. We just
Yeah.
see the ship floating in the vastness of space, and then we see a much smaller, like, drop ship docking with the ship.
Mhm. I think the ship moves fairly slowly, and it's not really intended for travel so much as it's moving through different parts of space for whatever's being observed that we're gonna play to find out.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, the dropship, yeah. Two things can happen.
I like that a lot, actually. That's a
Mark
really
that
cool
on your
image.
bingo cards if you want.
Yeah. I guess I think we just zoom in as this tiny little drop ship docks with the major ship, and then I guess we just like see it slowly. The engines of the research ship of the Tethys Telesto just rev up, and it just slowly starts drifting away as the drop ship goes back to where it came from.
Is it the full cadre of 6 people?
I think so. I think it's everyone.
Okay.
We get maybe the shot of people like unpacking in different like labs or quarters or whatever, and the like long corridors like powering on. Like the inner lighting maybe wasn't turned on while there were no crew, but
Mhm.
we get like
Yeah.
long corridors with the lights going like chunk, 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 like further off into the distance as they turn on.
And I think
I
that
think
Yeah.
is a
That's
melancholy
great
sort of
image.
feeling for the ship to be alone up in space. And it is a placid and earnest ship, so I think like it appreciates having some time alone, but also it misses its people.
change is complicated, but existing for a reason. Do these
Yeah.
people know that Telesto is sentient?
Good
I
question.
think that they were told that there's an onboard AI. I don't think they know it's like actually sentient. I
Mhm.
think they think it's like a computer program.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It may not have even been intended to become sentient, but that definitely hasn't been communicated yet because that sounds very melancholy to me.
Yeah.
Help, I'm alive by Metric plays softly in the distance.
Awesome. So in the event of a tie, we each just take. I keep seeing the top because I was sorrow last time I played this. There we go. Everyone just takes a card, and then we'll move on
All right.
to the next vignette. All right. Great. And I'll actually not take Rook's cards this time. Uh, all right.
Ooh, another
Oh,
tie.
another tie.
You
All
know,
right.
fear, courage, absolute, like inner peace.
Introductions.
Oh, that is fear, courage.
Oh
That's
yeah, that
fair
is
enough.
fear courage.
Is
You're
it
Yeah,
right.
for
I think
sure.
is that a is it the introduction to Delesto or is it something between the passengers or okay,
it.
is it a disagreement between some of the crew and Telesto chooses to speak up, which is making yourself known is difficult, especially when people are already heated.
It's a
Mhm.
very earnest
Yeah,
thing to do, I think. Pipe up with your own opinion in the middle of like an already escalated argument.
Please don't
but I
fight.
think, but I do think that like, yeah, I think that it's the ship is watching the crew bicker, and I think we just have this moment of not solitude feeling, but like this feeling of like the ship deciding when to take action.
Mhm.
Because the ship doesn't really speak often, I don't think. It's placid, but it's very earnest. So when it does speak, it means what it says.
Mhm. Let's get some names to this bickering crewmates, right?
Hmm. One of them has to be Marvin.
Oh yes, one of them is going to be. Crew one. I think that there's.
The last name we saved
Uh,
from old Earth.
I think we.
As
Oh
the
wait, okay.
planet was
The name could
crumbling,
be.
we found a stone tablet with the name Marvin carved into it.
We could. One of them could be Marvin Mann, MANN.
Yes, into it.
Can I get
This is
a
gold.
thyme, as in the herb thyme,
Yes.
and
Oh,
maybe a space? that too much?
Time, yeah.
Yeah,
Time and space.
time and space is
Like
very
Rosemary.
good.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Marvman, I think it is going to be him.
Time, they, them.
No worries.
Okay.
Oh,
Do we want to
space.
just
I
focus
love
on the bickering?
that. Yep. Delightful.
Yeah, it took me a
Do
second.
we want to just focus on the couple that are bickering right now, or do we want to just real quick just slam out who the crew is?
I think maybe wait. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
some people are off doing work.
Yeah, I think that we're in the we're in the like artificial gravity section, the one that spins for gravity, and I think that they're just like bickering over who forgot to put the weights away or something. They think it's each other.
In fact, it was this third character.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it just escalates to like, when like people are forced to be with each other, either they're like, this is great or this is terrible.
It's both. It's just
It's both.
back and forth.
It's just back
Fear,
and forth.
courage.
And I think that this is them like they're arguing about the weights, but it's really more than that. It's just anxiety and stress and a bunch of other stuff.
I can't tell if you're making jokes with me or you're being mean to me, and now I don't know how to talk to you because I have no idea how to ask. If you're being rude or if you're just like kind of a smartass.
Yeah. And I think that I don't know what Tethys Telesto says. I don't think it matters to specifically what they say, but I think we just see the crew like they're the members kind of like jump because they weren't expecting the ship to have input.
Uh-huh.
Does it do like a little do it do it? Does it do a little like tannoy announcement? Does it do the little bim boom before speaking?
Yes. Okay. So
yes,
good,
because
Filo.
I think it's delightful.
Every time
Like
it
it
talks,
rings
it's
out.
a dun-dun.
Yes. Yes. Like it rings out across the entire ship, even if they're just speaking in like one room. It just goes. Bim, boom. And you
Because
can
the
hear
bing
it echo
bong is
down the body.
only set up for the entire ship.
Yeah, for like emergency alerts and stuff.
And they can talk in whatever room they want, but you're gonna know that a bing bong has happened. Oh, someone is speaking somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you get like a bing boom of I can review the security logs if you'd like.
Yes. Perfect.
Yes.
We can.
Oh, true. You're right. Sorry.
That's fine. We're learning. We just met Tethys Telesto 10 seconds ago.
We can review the security logs if you'd like.
What was that? I thought the AI didn't talk.
Bim boom. We are equipped with 17 separate installed languages.
One of them Klingon.
Bing bong. No.
Bing boom. You have unlocked an Easter egg. I am equipped with 18 languages.
Fee, you're delightful.
I like the idea that unlocking an Easter egg is as simple as just being like, can I have an Easter egg, please, to your AI? And we're like, well, here's
But you
an
have
AI,
to say the
here's
right
an
thing.
Easter egg. Yeah. It's a secret password. The word Klingon.
It doesn't exist if you don't ask for it.
Just smacked me. Why'd you do that? I was moving my mouse. You just smacked my hand.
I want to fight the mouse. And why do you have the mouse? I want the mouse. I don't know.
Is there a bingo box for pet interference? I don't think so.
There
Not on my
should
bingo card,
be.
at least. Does that count as goose appearance? He's as big as a goose. All right, cool. I think that's great. Okay, so we each take one card, and then let's go again.
Mhm. I was
Ah,
spelling wrong.
bad round for fear this round, lads.
Well, you've won twice, so okay. Me clicking around. Ah! Oh yes. I did get to move my own card. Mwah! Ha! Ha! Time to be
All right,
sad
we have a clean
Oh no.
winner this time.
by miles.
Great win for sorrow.
It's homesickness. It's not everyone on the ship, but somebody. I don't think it's one of the first two people we met. I think it's someone else. Does somebody want to? This might be a time where I think we can name at least like a couple. I think this is 3 other people. I think there's the homesick person, and then there's maybe 2 little beats of different people noticing and maybe trying to comfort in their own ways. Because I don't think this person knows what they need yet. So
Um, well,
you
I
you you
think
ever had
that
a bad day and people are like, "How can I help you?" And you're like, "I have no idea." And they're like, "Well, this is what I do when I feel like that." And then you're like, "No, thank you. I'm sorry."
I think I do. Someone had requested. Someone said, "I hope there are some good robots on this boat." So I think there has to be at least one robot.
A
Mhm.
sad little robot. I don't want the robot to be sad.
Well, the robot doesn't have to be the sad person.
Yeah, the robot does not have to be the sad one.
Yeah. Um, I think they're the maintenance operative because that would be one of the roles that would require them to go outside of the ship, and
Oh, that's a good, yeah.
having
Ooh.
freedom to move without like oxygen lifelines and certain propulsion engines and things that could come online to put them back on board the ship if they do fall off their security line, etc.
Also,
What's the
just
robot's
magnetized
name?
feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Robot. Open bracket. Robot. Close bracket.
Wait, okay, I have a name. I have a robot name.
Please.
I will type it in the Google Doc and I will put it in the chat. It says CL38NR cleaner robot.
What are its pronouns?
I think it's.
Nice.
Cleaning and repair. We love that for them. Yes. Look, do it too.
What does Cleaner do in... Well, is Cleaner the homesick person?
I don't
I
think
don't think so.
so. I think okay. Can I amend something we mentioned earlier?
Mhm.
Sure.
I think only 5 people were on that drop ship. I think that Cleaner has been the robot, the maintenance robot for the ship
Oh,
for
that's fun.
They've
a
been here the
really,
whole time.
really long time.
Yeah,
like
that
that.
just can have a long-term friend of the
Callisto
fleet.
wasn't alone.
Yeah.
Does its body have like the same kind of... Like, it's clear that it's from the same manufacturer and maybe it has
I
the
think it's
same kind
it's
of
from the same
house style?
manufacturer. I
Hmm.
don't think that the Cleaner robot is like. I think that the Cleaner robot is more similar to like droids in Star Wars in terms of personality.
Mhm.
I don't think it speaks, or I think it's like I'm thinking like a little like R2D2 s kind of thing, where it makes
Counter
sounds.
counter argument. I
Okay.
want the ship and the robot to date.
Yes.
That's character
They can
development, though.
communicate.
We need something
Everyone
for
gets
the
Oh,
deleted
sorry.
emotions.
scenes.
The ship can communicate with the and like you know how like in Star Wars, like Luke can understand what R2D2 is saying just from the
Mhm.
beats, and
Yeah.
like C3PO can as well. I think that the ship can interpret it like perfectly, no problem.
And
And
some
yes, I
people
think
on
that
the
they're
ship
dating.
pick up most of it, yeah, or at least the gist.
Yes.
I like also like with some languages, there's like I can comprehend something, but I'm not very good at speaking it. I can imagine that a lot of people who are planning to go work on a ship for a significant number of years, and would be on board with 5 people and 1 maintenance person droid, would at least be comprehensively fluent in droid Morse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because the droid can obviously, I believe, receive spoken language commands and process that. So I think that is an interesting language situation that makes sense to me. If that works for you guys.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then going back to the Sorrow scene says a homesick person. There's this maintenance robot. Who's the homesick person? I have half a name. The name Sadie comes to me. If anyone has a good last name or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
Settle. Settle.
Make it. I'm gonna make Sadie Sadie. Saddle.
Settle.
I'm typing in
Good
chat.
name for a homesick person.
Settle.
And I
She,
think
her?
when maybe she, her, maybe she, they. And
She,
when she left home, she was like, it's Sadie Settle, but I'm not gonna settle. I'm going to space. Like beaming with like her NASA jacket on or whatever the fuck, and a hold all over one arm.
And now that that's the thing is like now they're in space and they're just like fuck.
Yep.
I don't want to stay at home and I don't want to be there forever, but wow, this is new.
It sure is new.
Do we have a scene then with Cleaner Robot trying to help Sadie settle through this? Because we did introduce Cleaner Robot.
It could just be that the robot is just like that. I think that Cleaner is just sitting there as Sadie settle is just like crying about how much they miss home and talking about how and like I don't want to make this because this is more of a frame by Sorrow scene, but a little bit of humor. I think that it's good for them to have someone that just listens and doesn't really like have advice for them or anything. They can just kind of let it all out. Does
Sometimes
that
the way
make
that you
sense?
can help someone is by being there. That absolutely makes sense as a scene for me, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Because this is your scene, so I want to make sure that you're cool. All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So Rook, you won. So you take all the cards from this round and add them to your pile. We'll be using the cards in the pile to assess how the epilogue scene is narrated through.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is there?
I didn't
Awesome.
see that my card had moved. I was like, oh, look, here's one. I'm going to grab Adam's because I didn't notice mine was still there. Love that for me.
Right. And let's go next round. I'm
My
okay. A
there we
real
go.
low round for us.
Yeah.
We still have a winner.
That's me, queen of the crab bucket. I'm winning. Hell yeah. Booyah. What is a good fear? What is a good fear? Let's sit down and
Yeah, there's a lot of things to be afraid in
space is scary, y'all.
Space is big. Space is truly mind-bogglingly big.
I'm gonna take us on a quick tangent here because it wouldn't be a game if there weren't tangents.
Please.
I was playing the video game Outer Wilds, which is a game about exploring space. It's actually in a little spaceship. It's actually a really great, very innovative game. I accidentally spaced myself in that game, and it's probably the most scared I've ever been in a non-horror video game because I accidentally ejected myself from the ship somehow, and all I could do is watch my ship continue moving off into the distance, vanishing as I was just flailing about in the middle of space. Terrifying.
Yikes.
Anyway,
One fear.
continue.
I think it is the first fear card. It is too cheap to immediately be like, oh, someone falls off and has a little bit of a tumble.
Especially
Right.
if the person who's most likely to go out on the hull is our little droid friend. I've listened to Wolf 359. Amongst all the other wild things that occur in that, one of the more common causes for stress and fear on the Hephaestus station is solar flares.
That's true. My thing was maybe the line to home gets knocked out for whatever reason.
Oh, yes. That's,
mm,
yes.
Maybe both. Maybe I like the idea that maybe this is, somewhat charted space, so maybe there's like little comms beacons which kind of,
Mhm.
ferry messages back. And
Fingers crossed.
maybe, we bloop into a new system or sector of space or whatever, and the comms beacon has just it's either blocked by a solar flare or maybe it just got accidentally consumed by one, like someone, set the program wrong so the
Mhm.
boosters didn't get it out of the way in time.
Mhm.
And it's
The
just
space
molten
Bluetooth
slag
not
when we
connected in
do.
this sector.
Yep, it didn't pair. It's still got the little blinking pairing light on it, but that's the only light that's blinking on the thing.
Yeah. We gotta go over there and fix it, but until then, we don't have the Wi-Fi.
Yes. And it's like, I bet the first few, weeks or maybe even months are quite, I mean, you've still got Space Netflix, Spetflix, of course. You can still download Wikipedia articles to consume when you get bored. But when the comms beacon down is down, it's a lot more isolating all of a sudden. Like suddenly you're like, oh, okay, I'm in this little metal tube out in the middle of the void.
I have a pitch to add on to that. What if
Please.
there's just this ever low level like keening static sound coming from the comms?
Oh, that's
Oh, I like
terrible.
that.
I hate it.
Like, does
It's just
does
like that.
Travis
It's like,
have to keep it on in case there's any emergency comms,
yeah,
despite the
you
fact that there
can't
is no way there would be regular comms?
you can't turn off the comms because you need to know the moment they come back on.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uh-huh.
you hear something through them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense, and it's super anxiety inducing for anyone inside the ship. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Give me your cards. I will eat them.
Nom 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 nom. There you go.
Chomp chomp.
People wondering why
right.
I'm winning Sweet Peony. Me shoving all the cards into my mouth.
Joy.
All right. I think that it's one of the crew members' birthdays.
Yeah. New person.
Also, yeah, let's one of the new people, and I think we can create the last two members of the crew here.
Of course. I'm gonna give you guys a name in a second.
Okay.
I'm just.
I pitch for siblings of some kind.
Oh, I love that.
Go to space
So-
with your brother.
I think they're cousins, but they're like cousins who like grew up in the same like small town.
Right.
Hey, cousin, you want to go to space?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a name that I just had pop into my head for one of them is Winona Wendy Westerland.
I am stealing
alliteration.
names from my Beam Saber prep in case anyone was wondering. I've been working on a Beam Saber GM mission, and I have
Does
been
that
sitting on so many good names.
count as a game gets reused in a different game?
That's that.
Yes, even if the
This
second
is
game
the name
hasn't
I
happened yet.
suggested.
Then I got a bingo.
Proud of you. That's a delight.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
this is not. I need the other one. There we go.
Yeah, Winona Wendy Westerland, she, they.
Yeah, I think this. I'm gonna delete the name I almost sent you. This is Florida Breakwater.
Oh, that's a good name.
Also
Yeah.
she, her.
Great water.
Just two tomboys in like a small town in Ohio who just desperately wanted to not be on the planet.
I don't necessarily need to linger on like long descriptions for all these characters because we're only going to be like bleeding them. But I do just want Winona and Florida to both be tomboys, but I just want Winona to be just fucking jacked. Just this large, strong femme. That's all.
Oh yeah, Florida is the lean, fast track star person. They did track and cross country. They dash good, and they can outrun you at a power walk like the average human is designed to do.
I would just like to note that in my Google Docs we have an anonymous anteater, an anonymous wolf, and an anonymous fox.
I'm the anteater then. Fox and wolf are kind of themed.
I'm the wolf, which makes sense, really.
We
Wolves,
also got
the
a
dogs of the animal
non-anonymous.
kingdom.
Yep, I'm the fox, which, you know, I am
That
here to
also
make you all sad, so that can
non-anonymous
also track.
fox too.
Okay. But yeah, I think that it's Florida's birthday. And I think that the whole crew is gathered in the mess hall, and they have like of course they've planned out how long they're gonna be on there, so they have like the provisions for like the birthday cakes and stuff like that. So they do actually have like a little cake. And what surprises everyone is that when it comes time to sing happy birthday, they're about to sing and they just hear bing bong. And they just hear I think they just hear an announcement from Tethys Celesta saying just I don't think that it says they say happy birthday. I think they say congratulations. Just congratulations on your birth.
You survived another like solar year, as measured by
Yeah.
your birth planet. Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly.
You win a cake.
And I think the crew is like, again, doesn't talk very often, just kind of like taking the sec back, and then they just shrug and they just start singing. So a nice little joyful celebration.
Is a birthday cake an Easter egg you win by being your birthday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Telesto has 93 separate Easter eggs.
Yeah. And throughout the decades people have only unlocked 17 of them. Same number, there we go. Clearly. Uh-oh.
Who have we lost?
Who died? Oh, Caption Bot died.
Do we at the Adam?
Last of the real ones, Caption Bot.
Yeah, I'll add him real quick.
We got
other
a
Adam.
sad
There's
robot
another
after all. It was Caption Bot.
Kai was the person who was logged in on
yeah. Hi, okay, Adam is so yeah, there's another Adam here. We have so many Adams. They're in charge of the
Roll plus
Caption Bot
Adam.
just died. Roll plus Adam. Which if we were doing that as part of the how many atoms are in roll plus bond, I think it'd be like a +6 to the roll, which is pretty great.
Yeah. It's almost illegal.
Shout out to that time that what's it called? I think the friends table for something they had to roll and they had a +5 to the roll and they still only got a mixed success. I can't remember which roll it was, but I faintly remember that. Yeah. We will figure this out. I guess no. I would rather wait to see if we can get Caption Bot going.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to keep going and have people not have captions.
Agreed.
Oh, I'm on the stream and I seeing Twitch has its own native captions, I think. Oh, captions are going, yeah.
Sinister.
Okay.
The captions
Well-
were coming from inside the house.
Look, if the captions are going, then I think that we can keep going then. Captions are going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's keep going. If anyone notices the captions either are missing or something's wrong, we'll go ahead and pause and try to get that back. But we will keep moving ahead.
Okay. That works for me.
All right, let's go ahead and I flipped Brooks again. Have it back.
Did you just unflip it now that everyone's seen it?
Yeah.
Well, as my reward, I get to win. So yeah.
You do not win, actually.
No,
Alice
ace is the
ace.
best.
Yeah,
I can't read.
mine's an ace.
It's a courage
I saw
victory.
the 7 and 10 got very.
I'll eat all of your cards. Thank you very much.
All
Oh
right,
no, my
Alice.
card, it's
Alice,
been eaten.
give us a courage scene.
Do we want to go like small interpersonal courage, or do we want to go like aliens big?
Small. Then it gives us room to grow.
Yeah.
Be small aliens big.
There's just one alien, or maybe they're on the phone instead of knocking outside.
Pop, is there maybe someone who is not a ship pilot, because I do think we have a like automatic pilot, but someone that helps on like risky maneuvers, and who is that person?
Navigator and security specialist?
Yes.
I think that's Florida.
It's Florida.
Nav and SecOps. The NSO.
I think we're still not getting full sign from back home and still going static, so we don't get the message warning us about something that unexpectedly got into our route. And so Florida has to do some last minute adjustments to that. And it's a bit scary, but she pushes through and is very brave through it. I'm gonna start moving things towards my ships. Ship war style, last game meaning of ship, not this game meaning of ship. And I think Sadie thinks that was very brave of Florida. So, hard eyes.
I love it. That's
Florida
so good.
Breakwater, much like Gideon Nav, loves when people are impressed. Responds extremely well to flattery and awe. So, yeah, there's a wink and a flex or something like that. It's not nearly as impressive as her cousins, but like, do you know how to fly the ship that good, Winona? I don't think so. Yes, there is
Excellent.
cousin rivalry.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Ah.
I can't believe both my aces back to back.
Ugh, we love some courage. Fear. We just gonna immediately roll into more ship war?
Yeah. Again, yeah, we can, but also, it just can be framed by just a general melancholy scene as well. It doesn't have to be a blend of courage, fear.
Mm-hmm.
What was the thing that ended up in our path in the last time?
What are things that are in space? I guess
That's an astonishing amount of junk.
Dogs.
Space dogs.
Space dogs. Suns.
Rocks.
Lots of rocks.
I think
nebulas. I don't know what those are.
Dust.
Oh.
Comment from chat. Really big rocks and then smaller, faster rocks.
Oh no.
Yes, it's a mother rock followed by its rocklings.
So a meteor shower.
I think a meteor shower is actually a really cool idea. Yeah.
I like that.
It's really pretty and also super duper dangerous to be this close.
And probably
Yup.
really stressful to fly through in the least aerodynamic ship in the world. Off the
Right.
world. A baby rock is a pebble.
As a geologist, I can confirm. Or a geology major, I can confirm.
we love that for you.
So, geology majors are the ones who stay above the ground, and geology minors are the ones who go under the ground, right?
Damn it.
Waka waka.
I'm
You are.
gonna go
You
ahead
can't-
and check off
you
on
can't
the bingo
tell?
card. A pun makes someone groan on air. Thank you,
can't
Filo.
tell,
I
but
appreciate
I've
it.
got a big bow tie on, and it's spinning right now. It's
No, yeah, I can tell.
yeah. There you go.
Very good.
What was the question?
It was in our a meteor shower. That makes sense.
Yes. Agreed.
But yeah, so we still have to actually kind of frame a scene here too. I think that we're probably just past the meteor shower, and I think that the ship was really worried, right? Like, it's not meant for navigating meteor showers. It's meant for going in a straight line at a slow to moderate speed. Uh, um,
Does it need other basic repairs that have to be done? Are there some bulkheads that have to be resealed? Is a cleaner going around with a fire extinguisher just in case?
Oh.
There's just enough hull damage that you're like, something could spark. It should be fine, but we're on fire watch. It's a
yeah,
good thing
I
that
think
her maintenance op doesn't need to sleep.
Wouldn't that be a fear scene though? I guess if it's past already, it can be more melancholic. But what's the
Yeah, if it's
good?
like tense.
Because there's like, oh, we made it. Everything is fine, but also we hope it stays fine. Yeah, that feels like a mix to me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, I super do know how to spell.
This will occasionally pipe up with some kind of diagnostic information, and each and every time the bing bong goes, the entire crew kind of flinches, just in case it's going to be like, and by the way, there's a major hull breach.
A fire has started in section 3, 7, 12, and wait, nope, that one's fine. That was a misread.
Someone was
Reboot
cooking
that
toast.
sensor.
My apologies.
Sadie, is it really the time to be confusing the heat sensors on the... Yep.
They're on split shifts, you know? When people are going to bed or worrying about fires, other people are having breakfast.
Yeah. That tracks.
I don't really know what the AI looks like, but I've been picturing, you know, the evil steering wheel in WALL-E from like 15 full years ago?
Yes.
You know, old evil steering wheel whose name totally eludes me. I'm thinking that as a quote-unquote face claim.
Face cast.
If I just type evil steering wheel WALL-E, I'm not gonna...
You might.
You definitely are.
So I typed evil steering, and then it says wheel WALL-E. Yep. I remember the person. Now it's like GLaDOS, but like not. I've played 80% of the first Portal. I don't actually know anything. I remember this now.
It's pretty good. It's a good game.
Brain Blast.
It's apparently called Auto, which seems kind of like a cheap name, but okay, Pixar. You know, who am I to tell you how to do your job?
Sometimes you come up with good names, and then sometimes you don't give a super good name to the sub thing that is in charge of a big ship.
Can't relate.
Branding, it's difficult.
Yeah, that is the Lester. We've never missed a name.
I remember that little lad. There's a picture of Bernie in our game chat that is,
Eee.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, it's just a little lad. I
If
like
I
it.
remember right, Bernie goes around and does like welding repairs.
Oh,
They
I
were very
know
good.
the
Or
lad.
they are the garbage robot. One of
I
two
like
things
that it
happen.
lives on a little rail. That's the primo character design.
That way, no
More
one's ever
characters
going to get
than
in your way.
rails.
True.
No pathing errors.
You say that.
Yeah.
I live in a major city with trams going back and forth. And so there are tram lines everywhere, and people would therefore probably not just stand and check their phone in the middle of a tram line, right? So anyway,
But-
that
You'd
happens
hope
all the
so.
time.
Is that a pathing error or is that an obstruction? Do trams just clip
Hmm.
through walls?
Man, I wish. Now that's a commute. Me and my Gary's Mod tram, yeah, it'd be great.
All right.
Cool.
Are we on to our
Next turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
And
do
then
your
it
own.
was a tie, so my card goes on my stack.
Yes.
And I get to flip my own card.
You get to flip your own card, and you get to say do your own
And you get
scene
to
too.
win.
Sweet. So I'm going to make you all sad.
You're so good at it.
You're welcome. Adam, I'm going to make you sad specifically because we invented cousins who are kind of characters. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you know how Florida and Winona grew up together, but they're
Oh,
they're
no.
cousins?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's been a really long time, and Florida's doing pretty well, but when you're going through a lot of stress out in space alone on a great big giant adventure and an anniversary comes around, it hits you a little harder than it has the past few years, doesn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Florida misses her mom real bad.
Oh.
What does Winona and the rest of the crew look like trying to be there for her? She's being real brave,
Aw.
but it's hard. Two things can be true.
I
and
didn't
one
win
of these is
this
gonna win
round, so I'm not brave enough.
I think that it looks like when like you just have so much on your plate and there's just like so much going on and you're fine, and then you like drop your fork
And then you burst into tears.
and then you just burst into tears. Yeah, I think that they're in the mess hall and I think just like knocks over a glass or whatever, like a mug, and it shatters. There's like a little bit of tea or something that spills or something like that. And I think that she just loses it.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's gonna get in the filters and they're gonna need replaced, and cleaner already has so much work to do because we're not done with the repairs from the meteor shower.
Uh-huh.
And it's all of the things about so many other things that have been going wrong, but not like the big one that's the elephant in the landscape of everything that Florida's been keeping track of.
Yeah.
Is it Winona who is like, oh, it's September, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you don't really keep track of the date because it's been a while. It's not something that comes up very much, but then just all of a sudden you're like, oh, I remember.
Mhm.
I don't. And then Florida, I think, is like, oh, crap. Yeah. And then I think that's when she starts crying. And I think it's a big, giant, beefy, muscular hug from Winona, and I think that's where the scene fades out.
Mm.
A little bit of character
Yeah.
development, a little bit of connection,
I love
a lot of
that.
sex.
All right.
Good. Love to get a nice low card after pulling an ace.
Yeah. All right. We were
No,
sad. Time to
yeah.
be happy.
Oops.
Okay. Let's think about. Sorry, one of my cats is now making a lot of noise. It's very cute.
So proud of them.
Literally, I'm just watching this cat on the chair is just pawing at my wife, going meow, and then trying to nibble on their wrist, I
It's their
think,
catchphrase.
and is now just begging for affection. What a baby. Anyway,
No, yeah, my cats aren't
um,
allowed during this stream because otherwise I wouldn't be able to pay attention to y'all.
I think that it's I want to do a bit of a time jump here. I think it's
Mhm.
like a year or two later now. I think
Mhm.
that they've been traveling for a while together. Um, they've passed birthdays, anniversaries, they've remembered stuff, and I think that um,
How many Easter eggs have they unlocked? That's a very important question.
Only
3.
3 more. There's so
I was
many left
thinking
to
I was
unlock.
thinking 3 as well. Yeah, I think we're at an even 20 right.
Uh-huh.
And I think um, God, what's a good
Donate to
happy
unlock Easter eggs.
thing is I think that they actually are coming up on a moon for a planet,
Ooh.
and the route that they took has brought them close enough that they can actually send out, like, I don't know, some like research probes and some stuff, and they're able to just like, I don't really want to spend too much time figuring out like what kind of science. There's just like vague, we're doing research here kind of vibes. And I think they just get like a ton of data from this moon.
That's right.
They like, I think that it's also just really nice to see something that isn't space. Um, there's actually like a planet which with moons, and they can collect data and they can actually like do their job. And I don't think that like they spent the last 2 years seeing nothing. I think they have passed other stuff. We're just kind of zooming in on it's a moon. So
Yeah, clarification question for the
3016,
chat.
please.
Is this a fucked up moon or a completely normal moon? Because those are different
I,
bingo spots.
I
It's a
think
regular
this
moon.
is I
Okay,
think
good.
this one's a completely normal moon.
May I suggest a detail?
Yes.
Can the moon be a nice color so that light
Ooh.
from the moon is reflected in the like ship windows, so everything's like a nice pink color or something near the
Yeah,
I
I
windows?
love
think that it's
that.
like a nice, like rich pink. Like
Ooh,
not
yes.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like a more on the redder side of pink than on like the lighter
Mm-hmm.
side of pink.
Mhm. More magenta. A
Yeah,
little
Or
magenta.
carmine.
magenta. There we go. We can colors.
I too understand all of these words that you're saying.
Featuring colorblind person and
He has it, yes.
yep.
That's my
Me.
nickname.
All right.
Vaughn, Rook Semantics. Yes.
I flipped
Vaughn
yours
Rook
again.
Semantics, chief intercessor of the rapid evening in
I
the
have a
Gaia
name
system.
for the moon. I had to go look up a thing I said once
Ooh.
100 years ago. I'm gonna type it in our game chat. I'm gonna type it in our other chat if y'all think it's cool. Tanith.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it is a good moon name. Is
Uh-huh.
that an old moon
one
name,
last.
or is that a new moon name?
I think part of the mission is it's kind of cartography. Like people have done maps, they've pinged things out, but a lot of these things have been named alphabets and whatnot, and we're getting further data and like
Yeah,
photographs and just so much
I
stuff to send back home,
I
like a
think
NASA
there's
probe, but
like
with people.
yeah, like I think that you're right. I think it's that hey, we've identified on the map that this is a thing, but like we haven't actually researched any of it yet. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
there's like a bunch of research ships that go out in a bunch of different directions. They're like really fast, and they go planet, planet, moon, star, black hole, meteors, and they just like tick, 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 tick. And these are
We're
the
the deep
secondary
slow
research
study.
ships that like follow up and like, hey, what are these? But yeah, I think the last detail I'll add is as they're approaching the moon,
Draw
they
maps,
just
leave blank spaces, send slow research ships to follow.
yes, and it's I think we hear bing bong approaching moon. um, excellent, I love it.
Yeah. Who
Cool,
gets to
and
name the
then
moon?
who is it that names the moon?
Do they have little like lotteries where they get to like draw straws on who gets to name moons? Because
I
I
like
bet everyone on the
Yeah,
ship has like a big long list, and like Florida Breakwater is going to be out there trying to name like a recurring comet or a sun, Mr. Baloney Man. Um, Godzilla's on there. Yeah.
Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
so yeah,
um,
clearly Florida didn't win this one. Um,
yeah.
I
No.
think that this
Florida
is.
Blackwater is out here for shock value and
I
memorability.
I think this is either Marvin or Sadie.
Okay. Roll
What if
1d2.
it's Tethys?
I
Oh,
like
that's
that.
oh, I like that a lot. Everyone submitted their names to Tethys Telesto, and Tethys just randomly selects a name and applies it.
And this time they've added their own to the mix, and it's like, I
Yeah.
randomized it. Don't worry, I'm not being unfair.
Right? Yeah, yeah. People
I've
they
lost
don't
the
realize that they added their own names, and you know what? Some of Cleaner's names are in there too. So
yeah, and it's like Cleaner and I have lost the last 37 elections since you've been on this ship. I'm not cheating. We're not cheating.
Also,
yeah.
it keeps trying to name planets Cleaner World 3000, no matter how many times I tell it not to.
No, we already got that one. It's on the list. We can only have that one once. We can't have duplicates.
Tethys, this is Jupiter. You can't just call it Cleaner World 3000. No, our charts are up to date. It's fine. Baloney ma'am is also good. He him lesbian icon world wrestling champion. It's the sequel
Mr.
arcade
Baloney
game.
ma'am. Florida Breakwater's childhood hero.
Very good. All right, yeah. Next scene. Rook, you need to flip your card.
No, I don't. I
We
almost tried to
All
tied.
click
right,
it
I'll
on the
flip it for
Twitch
you
chat,
then.
so you're welcome. A tie.
A
Yeah.
tie.
Melancholy things.
All
Just
right.
melancholy things, TM.
What if the crew went down to the planet to study it?
Oh, and the ship is, and they had to take like a drop ship, and like again, we can't bring Tethys Telesto can't land,
Mm-hmm.
and so we just have this shot of the ship orbiting the planet
Of course, it's
as it.
melancholy because the pod ship is just as bad as it is in all of the Mass Effect games.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's it. Like, I think that this is like it's not just unlike Mass Effect. It's not pop down, pop back up. Like if they're
Mhm.
stopping to do research on a planet, they're going to be on there for probably like several months.
Mhm.
And they're sending data back to the ship. So on the one hand, yay, data and learning stuff, I can sort it, I can file it, it's gonna be good. But also, my crew is not on the ship. I have
Mm.
not seen my crew for 3 months.
I can't really Skype my crew because I am a spaceship, and I don't know how to ask for that.
Right.
I miss your weird squishy faces on my security cameras.
Aw. Is Clearbot still up with Thetis? Yeah, right? Or no?
Hmm?
Is Cleanerbot still with Thetis? Or did it go down
I
with
think
present crew?
so. I think the ship's integrity is their primary
Mm-hmm.
concern.
Yeah, good basis for a
Assignment.
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they do to pass time?
4D chess.
Tethys
Yeah, I was gonna
starts
say they
sending.
probably play like virtual chess with Cleaner or something.
I like that.
They play 3 games of
Tethys
chess at once, and other things.
Tethys has to send a whole camera picture every day to just confirm, hull integrity and what have you for the security officer. But it starts taking, or we start taking more and more like artistic shots. Like it's getting better at capturing the light and stuff, and it manages to take it at such a time that you can kind of see the tiny, tiny little dot of the base down on the moon in the distance, and
At some point, Cleanerbot is in the photo doing like a thumbs up.
Florida Breakwater, like, Tell, you're getting so good at selfies. I'm proud of you.
Cleaner was out for their daily walk. Ha!
LOL.
We
Candid picture. Hashtag no filter.
haven't said LOL in 19 point. No, I wanted to say
18
90.
megacycles.
Yeah, 90 years post lol. Tell, I love how retro and hipster you are.
Is it card flip time once again?
I think so.
Yes. Ooh, another tie.
I love melancholy things.
Adam, we need to find out if you're going to beat us.
Oh, they clicked.
You
I did!
And
Fan.
then there was not a tie.
Okay.
Is this being back on ship and kind of having a little party about it?
Aw.
Slash have your own
I
ideas.
have-
This is just how my brain works.
I have 2 ideas. The first is, yeah, we cut to like a month or 2 later and the crew like comes back to the ship and we celebrate. The other idea is we jump ahead like 3 years or so, and the crew gets the notice that their tenure is done and they'll be returning home soon in like when they can finish their loop, and so they in like a year they'll be returning home, and so the crew is like, we're going home.
I
And
think
the
that's a
research.
melancholy scene for Thetis, though.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case,
That's a
yeah,
good
I
point.
think I'll save that for late. Pocket that one. Just take it, put it in our pocket, keep it safe. Yeah, I think we jumped to like a couple months later. The
Mhm.
crew has done like a 5 or 6 month tour of the planet. They've gotten a lot of really good data and samples and all that different stuff. It's really great. And I think they come back, and I think that we just hear, um, yeah, we just they come back, they land, the dropship docks. As the pressure pressurizes, they step out, and the first thing they hear is, "Bing bong, welcome back." And I think
Does,
that's the scene.
does Cleaner
Mm.
have like a little sign?
Yeah, I think so.
I have uncached one of the 98 remaining birthday cakes to celebrate your return. This one is chocolate peanut butter. Bing boom.
There are no peanut butter allergies.
There is neither chocolate nor peanut butter in this recipe, in case of
Well,
allergies. Marvin just shoveling it into his mouth like, I don't know what's in it, but it tastes good.
Marvin absolutely does not care. Food is good. Cake is good. What's your favorite food? Cake. What kind? Cake.
My golden chat said it's only butter.
Had you heard of butter cake before? Filo. Oh, flip your card.
Oops, sorry.
More joy.
More joy. Still no melancholy.
Is this going to be a progression in the ship wars?
Alice, are you using a Joker?
I consider it that, but then I disconsider it and I misclicked. No, it's okay.
Okay, just remember, anyone can use a Joker
Yes.
anytime. It's not like an insult if you do. Like, if you
No,
feel you have a scene you want to tell or you haven't gone in a while, absolutely, by all means, go ahead.
I want them to be happy, though. Oh, our game.
Okay, all right. Just don't be afraid to use the Jokers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we'll jump ahead like another 6 or 8 months. And I think that the crew have settled into doing like a weekly board game night.
That's so cute.
And I
extremely
think
long-running Settlers of Catan, but
extremely long running. Yeah, and I think that
agricultural.
who was
out of
it? Hey,
context.
Alice, who was it that you were shipping?
Sadie and Florida.
Okay, I think that Sadie and Florida are sitting next to each other, and they're like sitting a little bit close, like their shoulders are pressed together a little bit, and under the table where no one can see, their hands are linked.
Are they holding pinkies?
They're like holding pinkies, yeah. I think that's my quick little scene.
Mm-hmm.
I love
None of the other crews can see, but Tethys Telesto can.
Do you think that Telesto like helps them play the game, or maybe gives tips, or maybe cheats for one person and another, or maybe
is Tethys
rules
the
warrior?
They definitely break ties. I definitely think that Telesto is behind tie breaking. We love to have a rules lawyer who knows all of the rules.
Oh, sorry, please.
Oh, go ahead.
Tethys uses the ship's 3D printer to print additional like pieces and things.
This game is not usually played over such a long amount of time with so many players. You have run out of farm squares. Have extra farm.
It's an enormous board that they like have to like pin down.
Oh yeah, it's like 3 tables stacked next to each other.
Who's winning?
How do you know? Hulk is winning. Joy wins.
No,
who's in the lead?
Game of Settlers of Catan.
I do well.
I think there's a lot of the first like long stretch of this was a heated neck and neck aggression between Winona and Florida, and then out of nowhere Marvin's very quietly toppled both of them to like a much smaller status, and is currently not like they're not dominating, but they've definitely got a significant and clear lead against the others.
And I think time is like trying to keep up with. I think right now the ranking it's like Marvin, Time, Sadie, and then a lot of blank spaces. Winona, Florida.
Yeah, but the bigger they were, the harder they.
And then cleaner box.
Yeah.
Yes. Not quite as big of a gap, but and then cleaner bot. Yes, I love that.
Oh,
Excellent. So good.
Cleaner
Okay.
bot makes aesthetically pleasing layouts of their tile pieces, and that is part of their strategic choice
I love
for
it.
where they want to
Yeah.
acquire the next square of land for their rice fields and cities.
me playing Civilization. I'm
So
not very good at Civilization.
Whoever attacks Cleanerbots, like farms or land or whatever, gets worse rations by Thetis. It's not really noticeable, and sometimes people don't understand why their rations taste slightly worse, but it's definitely because you attacked Cleaner Robots farms.
You messed
Oh,
up my beautiful pattern.
so I think what we'll do is we'll do one more round, and then we'll be halfway through our decks. And I think that'll be a good opportunity for us to take like a 10-minute break.
I think that would be good.
Sounds good.
And flip.
what we do? Oh, hell yeah, fear time.
Perfect. We can
Time
have
to
a little
be
cliffhanger as a
afraid.
treat.
Excuse me while I put on my denim rhinestone vest labeled fear time.
Hi, fashion hours.
Wait, I
Hi,
accidentally
Fashion Hours. You did give me another card. I was like, why do I have this additional card that you've given me?
Yeah, I
was real confused, Hawk. And that doesn't take a lot.
All right. Anyway, Philo, make us afraid, please.
Okay, what is a scary thing to happen in space?
There's so many things. Space is
That's
scary.
such a
We've
long
been over this.
um, hmm. So, new system or new like cluster of planets because I like the idea that systems are big. It's not like every week we hop into a different system.
Right.
New cluster of planets. We boop in. Tethys reaches out to the comms beacon to sync up, get up to date navigational charts and quote unquote weather data and what have you. And a middle section of the ship which joins the kind of front and the back of the ship. The power goes out in it.
Oh.
So
Is it the spinning bit? The part in the middle that spins that creates artificial gravity. What if it stops spinning and like the
yes,
power goes out and anyone who is there is now just floating?
yes.
The
It's
lights
the
are on and the
bulkheads have
gravity's not
jammed.
on.
The rotational stuff is jammed. There are emergency red lighting, which just makes everyone uncomfortable. Cleaner bot is in there.
Yeah.
It's the only one which is actually at a reasonable angle. And it's basically someone has left like just like a shitty little virus on the distress node on the comms node. And yeah, specifically, it's making a mess on the middle section of the ship, which means that A, there's people trapped in the middle, B, there are people trapped at the back, and C, there are people trapped at the front. So it's like it's the tense episode of people are having to instruct others how to do their jobs down the like comms and stuff because short of a spacewalk, it's tricky to get back and forth between the two bits. And I
like
think
the
that's the
Right.
case for like 2 days before they can get the core spinning again, get the virus expunged from the systems. They probably have to destroy the comms node, like outright burn it, but they have like backups or something. And yeah, someone is not it's not all sunshines and daydreams out here in space.
Yeah.
That's what it has spray painted
definitely.
on the sides of the distress beacon or on the comms
So
beacon.
who's trapped? I think there's only one person that's trapped in the actual
On
power
the
outage.
bridge.
Like
Oh,
no,
in
I
the
feel that
power
there's
outage section. That's interesting.
yeah. I think there's like the power outage section. There was one person in the spinning wheel. I think there's like two humans in the front, two in the back. I don't know where
Mhm.
Cleaner is.
Cleaner's probably in the hub.
In the hub. But I
At least
think
that one person isn't completely alone. They have Cleaner, but Cleaner
True.
has so many jobs to do.
Yep.
right. Which is the one human that's stuck in the middle?
Is it Time or is it
Nope.
Winona?
I thought
I
maybe
think
Sadie.
I was thinking it was either Sadie or Time. Time because we haven't focused on them a lot.
Oh, that's
Sadie
fair.
because we've already been over that Sadie is nervous about being in space. That was years ago, but like it's something we've established.
Hmm.
Secondary pitch. Is Florida stuck in the back and therefore cannot run the usual nav stuff at the same time?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's very good.
Now I have to talk Winona through it in the front,
Mhm.
roasting them the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when we took piloting? I smoked you the entire time. Like a joint. It wasn't that bad, Florida. I remember this very differently. You need to adjust that 2 parsecs to the left. Like pulling up information that she needs to look at on a computer that wasn't really necessarily designed to deliver that information.
Mm-hmm.
And probably wouldn't have happened if like they didn't have Telesto able to mess
Oh,
with some
wait.
things.
I would like to add one more bit to this.
Oh,
I
go
don't,
ahead.
because of the power outage, yeah, I don't think that the comms are actually fully connected. I think that what's happening is Florida is talking to Telesto. Telesto is then passing the
Oh, that's
instructions
good.
on.
So Winona is getting delivered verbatim roasts from
Yes.
Telesto's computer voice, minus
And it's
all
like
of the sarcasm and like the
it's
pacing.
Yes.
it's
Hell yes.
bing bong. You always sucked at this part.
You always sucked at this part.
Now, remember, the big lever is the accelerator.
And it's
Keep your foot off the gas.
And it would be really funny if it weren't so terrifying for the fact that the lives of everyone in the ship are literally in Winona's hands right now.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
oh, excellent.
Being
Very
roasted
good.
by Florida directly would probably be more comforting.
Right, exactly. And that's why Florida's doing it, is because normally like this is how they interact. It's comforting, but like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It comes out weird via Telesto. And for security reasons, could not just repeat recordings of Florida.
Right.
It's like, yes, I can do that because of how my system works. But that's why we have a comms unit. My logs are different, and I am not allowed to show them to you. You don't have clearance for Winona. Unfortunately, you are not the SecOps operator. They are also in the back. Because Florida does a little bit of both. Because most of the captaining is Telesto, and like being communicated with like ship charts from back home on the Wi-Fi when things are fine.
I also like the idea that the like quarters and stuff are probably at the back of the ship. Maybe there's like one bunk at the front for the like co-pilot seats. But it basically means that like at least one person is sleeping in like a crash chair or something. It's not comfortable.
Has strung up some cargo netting
Yep.
and dumped some stuff. Like there's no gravity. Something that would usually be holding cargo to like a wall or something has been unbuckled to be somewhat into a hammock now, and that stuff's just gonna crash somewhere when the gravity gets turned back on.
Yep.
But now they can seatbelt themselves to the wall in what feels kind of, sort of comforting enough to sleep. Uh-huh.
We love a fear turn.
It was delightful. And this is where we break, right? That was what we were planning on doing, potentially?
And this is where
Yeah,
we break,
I think
and the
this is
entire ship just goes
Yeah.
splits in the middle.
Yeah, we're leaving the live stream on a cliffhanger. Like the lights turn
Suspicious
off.
creaking noises.
Yep.
Suspicious creak, whoosh, and then we'll be back
Yeah, is
from
that
break. in
clunking noise the
10
gentle power
minutes.
turning back on, or is that everything falling apart?
Yep. Lights flicker for a moment.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna go on a break for 10 minutes. We're going to be back at so yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes. When we come back, I will reintroduce the charity. We'll read off a couple of the donations that have been made, and then we'll jump back into the action.
Love that. Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. So
Okay, when can I leave?
Do we at him?
Where am I now?
we're still live.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. We are back from our break. So just quick covering our introductions. I'm Adam, he, him pronouns. We are playing Sweet Peony as part of the Roll Plus Bond third anniversary stream. All proceeds from this charity stream are going to be going to the Black and Pink organization, national organization, which is a prison abolitionist organization dedicated to abolishing the criminal punishment system, liberating LGBTQIA plus people and people living with HIV/AIDS who are affected by that system through advocacy, support, and organizing. They have 12 different chapters. Again, prison abolition is something that's very huge, something that is part of a lot of systemic issues. I'm realizing I didn't say this before, so it's imperative that I say this now. ACAB. We don't tolerate cops here, and we want to support anyone who's been impacted. A game that we're playing again today is Sweet Peony, which is a game that I wrote. You can find it at hawk-windrider.itch.io/Sweet Peony, and you can find all the other games that I wrote at hawk-windrider.itch.io. You can find me at Twitter at hawk-windrider. Alice, you want to quickly reintroduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Alice. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find the games that I wrote at alicesv.itch.io.
Philo?
In a featureless void, there exists a single royal blue pillar, and its name is Filo T. Hazard. I use he and they pronouns. You can find me at Filo Hazard on the tweets, and I am philohazard.itch.io, where I make sad games and some happy games and some middling emotional games.
And Vaughn. However many names you want to use.
Hi, I'm Vaughn. You can also call me Rook. You can find me at Indignant Smirk, both at on Twitter and at itch.io. I completely forgot everything else I wanted to say. Donate to the stream to unlock more Easter eggs before we get our next crew. And then after for the next crew.
Awesome. All right. Real quick, I am going to go and see if we've gotten any donations, and I will. And if we have, I'm going to shout out some of the people. Let's see.
I believe the money-ometer has gone up slightly in the time I've been watching the stream, but also I've not been paying that much close attention to it.
Hey.
We
I
have
was like,
two
hey,
new,
hey,
I
right?
see a
Graph go
comment
brr.
from someone referencing a character in the last stream, so I am going to read off the names after that. A shout out to Grace for donating $25 to the stream. And we had an anonymous donator who donated $20. So thank you both so much. We really appreciate it. Every donation counts. Our goal is to just reach $1,000 by the end of Sunday. And the fact is that we're already more than halfway there, and it's the first day of the stream. So thank you, everyone. We hugely appreciate it. Let's return to our game, where we are following the tales of Tethys Telesto, the sentient research ship, and its crew, as they sail through the endless void of space. So, is everyone ready for the next vignette?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cool. Let's do it. I will not flip Brooks' card.
All
And
right,
we
I'm
have a
gonna
it's
bid
tie.
Joker.
Ooh.
Oh, you're
You
gonna use
can't
a
use a
joker?
joker to break ties. Sorry, bud.
Oh?
Didn't want to. I know, but I had an idea. It
Look,
wasn't that I
what is
wanted
your
to break the
idea?
tie. I just wanted to win.
Oh,
No, I didn't even.
Look,
I
I
saw
would
that there
love
were two
to.
kings, but yeah.
I would love to hear your idea though, because we can either skew it
Melancholy
more
is
towards
good.
melancholy, or
Melancholy is good. This will work. What I wanted to do, was be like, all right, it's sorrow time. Everybody gets to go home, and we're sad because the research project is being diverted, and Tethys is going to be alone for a while, and then we introduce potentially the ship falling into different hands, space bandits or aliens, or I don't know.
We could still do
But
that.
yeah,
This is not the first time Tethys has changed hands before.
yeah, and I think this would be the first time that Tethys is going to be introduced to people who weren't on board for the original mission, like the Telesto was constructed for. This
Gotcha.
slow travel cartography, because action. Please do not fire sidearms indoors. Please do not fire sidearms within outdoors. It threatens
Please
hull
do not fire
integrity.
sidearms. Period.
You're
Only
you're
in
all
just
enemy.
kind of avoid
forgetting
the
the
whole
most important
sidearm
part,
thing.
which is the beep boops. So
Yeah,
none of
that's
that
true.
counts.
Yes,
All of that
the
was
beep.
non-canon.
Yep, I forgot to announce the beep boops. Yep, it's Tethys
Neither the beep
preparing.
boops nor the bing bongs.
Yeah. So I think that's interesting. This is a thing we all collaborate on. How long is it after they're sent home without a new crew sent out before someone else?
And also, I want to see a bit of our last crew
Oh yes.
when they're
Also,
leaving.
yes.
Going to like the people.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Cleaner
I think
must stay, right?
so cleaner is staying. I think cleaner is like integrated with the ship in a way that like it would be bad for the ship and the robot to separate them.
Yeah.
They're married. That's what that's
They're
called.
married. If only there was a word in the English language that could describe the bond. I just
Delightful.
I
I
think so. I think the last crew is probably on the ship for like 5 years. So I think Telesto probably goes a couple years without a crew. Like it's a pretty chunky amount of time.
I think when the last crew boards the transport shuttle home that comes to pick them up, they Florida and Sadie step on board holding hands.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
Winona claps Florida on the back, like, now you like Art, congratulations, part. I figured that was a thing. Yeah, making it public on Facebook, except for I don't think anybody knows what that means. In that ship, it's just a thing you say. There maybe Time knows, because I feel like Time would be the historian person who like knows a lot of things about old stuff. Even if that's just part of their hobby, not even necessarily their
Facebook is
actual
how
job.
meta used to be called a long time ago. They still have meta. It's a nightmare.
Oh yes, it's the worst. It somehow manages to persist, like Microsoft. Love to make jokes about modern technology.
I just pitch that Marvin and Time got together in the background, but were just way less like vocal or dramatic about it.
Oh yeah, their shoulders
Yeah.
are brushing. They're not like holding hands. Yeah, it's absolutely true.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a slow burn enemies to lovers because they started with an argument.
Uh-huh. Which
That's
is why they're
it.
not
That's
making a big
the
deal out of it, because everybody would be like, "Oh my gosh, we never would have
Time is
expected you."
like, I gotta show you my apartment, and Marvin is like, why do you leave workout equipment everywhere there as well?
Of course. Any good rivals to lovers, you don't stop bickering just
Nope.
because you admit you have feelings.
No,
You just
absolutely
add the
not.
word affectionate in brackets afterwards.
And you kiss sometimes, maybe.
Hmm?
Delightful. I love that. Those guys are going to go off and do great things. And now the smugglers.
Yeah.
Out here growing space weed. Do we want to flip for the next scene for what it looks like when new people arrive?
Oh, yes,
Yes.
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably not scary.
That's
It's
Ooh.
beautiful.
super not scary.
I love how Telesto is like, smugglers, great. I've heard great things about the space
I
meat
Fucking
industry.
love smugglers.
Finally,
Yeah,
I'll
I
be able
think
to live out my dream.
Finally, a little of excitement.
25.
I hate science. Me too.
You'd
I
never think
think
that a computer person would be so bored of science, but I really, really, really am.
Considering
yeah,
I'm
I
made of
think
science, that's
that
kind of impressive.
Okay,
I
Adam,
think that
let's hear
this
about it.
is I think that what happens is I think that whatever the research company was, I think that they like have new models of ships making. So they're offloading the old ones. So I think that um yeah, someone buys the ship and there's a new crew that joins. And I
Pirate
do think
things.
that they're
That's fun.
smugglers of a sort, but I don't think that they're like doing the actual smuggling across lines. Because let's be honest here, Ted, this
Telesto's
is
out
not
there.
Telesto's not really is out there and also really not the fastest ship. Um, but I
Is
think
it
that the Telesto is the ship that like houses the goods once they've already been smuggled across lines. They're smugglers in small fast ships, offload them onto Telesto, then Telesto goes and delivers them places in the place that they've already been smuggled to. That kind of thing.
Telesto can get a makeover too. That's fine.
Yeah, new little paint job. But I think that like Telesto's job is still like people are smuggling stuff into like the solar system from other solar systems. And then Telesto has to then take it from one side of the solar system to the other, which is still a pretty long journey. So it's still equipped how it is. It's good for that. And so I think that the joy is less that Telesto is like, yeah, fuck yeah, time to smuggle. And I think it's more that I have a crew again. I'm so happy. Um,
I want a banger of a pirate captain name.
um,
Hey, you have one, Adam.
do you want me to reuse my beam saber?
Is
Your
it a
armor
banger
master
of a
name?
captain name?
Your armor
Yeah,
master captain's a
it's
vibe.
a beam saber. Uh, yeah, we could sure. Let's do it. So this character is Captain Antique Deposition.
Ooh.
Mhm.
They uses she they pronouns. I'll have to go find this character art that I found for this person, but they're short. They have a robot arm which has a laser hook on it. Um, let me see if I can. Am I going to be able to find? We'll see. But yeah, I think that that's the captain at least.
Can I pitch you a person who maintains everyone's safety by carrying a sidearm and diffusing tense conversations and being in charge when captain's not around?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
Can I pitch you on who the person is that's Cap's right-hand person, the one who carries a gun mostly for the threat and uses
I
smart words to disarm, defuse complicated situations when captain's not around. Basically, you know.
please,
Yeah.
please.
Where's
This person is like nearly 7 feet tall. Is like a big, tall space canary person with pink hair and
Ooh, we got aliens.
pink slash orange labradorite horns. They curve like ram horns. Yeah. Uh, it's very much like what if Cunaris had gem horns and in space. They're also covered in plenty of sigil-like tattoos. All the way up to the bone of their jawline. Um, over what appears to be their body because it does go along the backs of their hands and fingers. And this is Stand By Your Word.
Ooh, good name too.
Yeah. She, they goes by Stand.
Okay, I wonder. I don't think I can post images directly into. Yeah, I cannot. Because I went back and found the image saved. I do not know where I'd be able to find it online anymore. So, Roll Plus Reference can save it from the from the Discord channel.
We could reverse search image to maybe find a source somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun if the smuggling crew was under, like, there's less people than it needs.
Yeah. I was imagining
Uh-huh.
like 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 people who are probably just like in charge of carrying things, and I think they switch out with every load of cargo that comes in. Because the 2 other folks would just be like, they're assigned to the caches of cargo that are about to be delivered, because it's like, it's our job to
Mhm.
make sure everything gets where it's going. We have the manifest. This is our responsibility. Your responsibility is Tethys, and then like dropping off supplies to like people who need it. Because sometimes smuggling is a bit of a humanitarian operation, as much as crimes. So
Right.
yeah, love that for them.
That's excellent. We'll explore the rest of the crew. We're not going to take all the crew wholesale from
Mhm.
No,
our games.
that's all that I plan on
People
suggesting.
here not knowing what's going on. So, yeah, no. So I think that's I think that it is less for uh yeah. I think that for Telesto, it's really just less. Oh, yay! I'm excited to do smuggling, and more. Yay! I have a crew again. I'm very happy.
I love people. I'm a very
Love
social
people.
ship.
Yeah.
Can then cleaner robot be excited for the smuggling?
Oh,
Oh, yes.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
It
Cleaner
shows up
Bot
the
has
first
terrible taste
morning.
for love.
It shows up the first morning in a tricorn hat, and someone has to take it off them.
They've folded it out of aluminum foil from the kitchen. It's an
Aw.
expert maneuver. You're going to spark something with that, sir. Is sir okay? Beep beep boop.
Okay. Are we ready to flip cards?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I forgot that that's how
I
this
had him
game
flipped a card immediately.
works. Well, we're not going to be sad about smuggling.
We're gonna be
Well, we're not going to be that
melancholy.
sad about smuggling.
We're gonna be fear joy.
Totally
Yeah.
forgot where my card was supposed to go in melancholy, so I just did
I
circles
saw
around the board for a second. I gave it a little bit of a trip.
Little sightseeing.
Yeah, it just wants to go on a little wonder.
Does anyone have any ideas from the scene?
What's a melancholy thing you can do while smuggling?
Right.
Well,
It's tricky, isn't it? Because smuggling is, of course, inherently a joyous activity.
Oh yeah, be gay, do crimes.
be gay, do crimes. Also, ACAP.
Pining. Pining is melancholy.
Pining at the disco.
Is one of the pairs of cash assigned people who were like, and this is our chunk of cargo that we're going to deal with for the next 6 months. Well, it makes it to its like the next 4 planets on your list. Is one of them a droid?
Oh. Yeah.
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 What
Yeah.
if Cleaner Robot has a friend and is confused?
Oh. Cleaner robot has it. What if it's another? It's similar model of cleaner robot.
Oh, it's a shinier, newer robot. I want to be
It's
your
a
friend.
shinier,
Also, you're
newer
cooler than me.
robot.
Are you not gonna like me? Are you too cool? Like,
That's adorable.
you know, you do smuggling. I have never. Am I cool and interesting enough to hang out and be your friend? That sounds like melancholy. I'm excited about you and nervous.
You fucked up a perfectly good robot, you did. Look at it, it's got anxiety.
It was the other robot's fault.
Wait.
Not really.
I've got a robot. I've got another robot name.
It's
Good,
a
I love that
smuggler
for you.
robot.
It's the M810-10S, the Mate NS maintenance.
Oh god.
Love that. You are brilliant.
Okay, maybe that company deserved to go bankrupt. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna add it to the crew, but like I'll keep it for now in case we have other scenes with it until we drop it off. But we might not.
Mhm.
Oh, Drygold has asked for name in chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah.
I think we need all 3 NPCs' names in chat.
Yeah, I will. I'll scoop those real quick.
Thank heavens, I didn't want to have to copy and paste something.
So this is the current crew. Oh, and I see that Alice already grabbed the crew, and then this
Just
is
the robot.
the robot. The robot.
I love
Is
that.
it
It
a
also
stretch?
is like
Yes.
matey. They call it I think most
Matey.
yeah, I think that's
Are
what it
there, matey?
is like you can
Yes,
call me
definitely.
matey. And I think part of what makes this robot seem cool and interesting is not only the smuggling. I think they've got like an illegal, like they've been jailbroken. They work with smugglers. They get to be cool. And I think they get to it gets to announce like, please, we are friends. We are coworkers.
I think
Call me.
yeah.
matey.
I think it has a voice modulator or whatever, so it can
Yeah.
actually like talk.
Yeah.
It's still
got an
thin and
illegal
jittery,
mod.
but it can talk. 2, and this is very important, is that I think it has a gun.
Oh god.
Yes. Yeah, it's got a friends at the table DLC not included shotgun in arm. It's backup.
Has anyone here seen Star Wars Rebels?
No.
Like, enough of it that I have an idea as to who some of the characters are, and that's about it.
Do you know about Chopper?
But the
Nope,
fact
it's
that they're kind of
undelightful.
adorable, no.
They're
That
a
might be...
little gremlin droid who
I
just
love them already.
causes nonsense all the time and
Okay.
bullies one of the main characters and is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars
So they're a
characters.
horrible goose if they were a droid.
They are literally a horrible goose as a droid.
You know
I
how
mean-
often Matey pranks people by being like, this is a stick up? And sometimes it works.
Yeah, there we go.
I googled Chopper Rebels, and the first thing that came up was kill count.
That is, hang on, I would, yeah,
Let's go
Hey,
to
you want to know what the
R2D2.
answer to
Aren't
that
you tired
question
of
is,
being
by the
nice?
way? Do you want to
2000.
know the?
I want them to
Yeah.
have destroyed a Star Destroyer at some point with its bare hands.
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I'm here to perform gun maintenance. I'm going to maintenance you with a gun.
I'm a droid, but...
Murder as maintenance.
Okay. Anyway.
What an excellent little man. 10 out of 10 character design.
Going to maintenance your life expectancy.
Maintenance your life.
Woof.
Perfect. All right. Cool. Next cards.
Sometimes, hey, we wanted chaos, and we've heartily delivered.
And we got Chopper.
Heartily
and now
delivered.
we're gonna be brave.
Yeah.
Time to be brave. Time to be
I
courageous.
think, yeah. We're pirates, smugglers, same thing. I think we deserve a little like battle scene or something.
Yeah. Is this
A
competition?
chase? No, I think we're being chased, but yeah, the competition maybe. Yeah.
It's is it competition or is it the law of a smaller planet? That's like, hey, wait a minute. We don't want your illegal goods. Come back here. We need to put this back on your ship and yell at you. Or is it the competition? I think both are fascinating. It's just how much banter are we getting, and how much is it people like laughing at nerds over who and not responding to comms.
No, yeah. Banter did convince me to be the competition.
All right, sweet. Who's the captain of this enemy speeder that wants like it's a faster cargo ship, kind of like the ones that came and delivered and picked up the fruits crew we saw?
I think we have Midnight something. I wonder her first name to be
Scarlet.
Midnight.
Wisteria.
Sunset.
Wisterine. Nope. I see what I just did there.
Did you just say Listerine?
No, I said wisteria, and I was like, what about Wisterine? And then I was like, no.
Okay, I would have sworn you said Listerine. I'm like, that's a weird name.
Midnight
Monica.
Guarantor.
Ooh, Midnight
That's
Guarantor.
good.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
You're welcome. Occasionally, brilliance strikes me.
And
Yeah,
other
Captain
times you say Listerine.
You gotta whiff sometimes, okay? You have to make
Look,
room for things like Midnight
look,
Guarantor
I
to
mean, the
exist.
good news is that for every Listerine, there's a Guarantor.
Do you know how many good names that I have filed away in my of Beam Saber prep?
Wait,
Wisterine
you
was
filed-
long overdue.
Look, I'm gonna roast you just a little bit here. So you're telling me you filed all these names away, and you still said Listerine?
I don't want to borrow and rip off all of my names. Some of them need to be surprises when you guys actually do this mission in a few weeks.
I love you, Vaughn.
Where you're like, okay, is this person a smuggler? And I'm like, no, they have nothing to do with what the name is now. I'm gonna have to rename a mech now. I've grown attached to Tethys Telesto. That's not the end of the world. What is this? You'll never catch me alive. Your ship
Yeah,
is
that's
faster than me,
already-
and I'm still outrunning you. What does this look like? And
I think we probably have to try to use some maneuvers, or maybe even attack them back, because their ship's definitely faster than Telesto.
Can you slam on the brakes and have them slingshot past you, and then shoot them?
Wait, I have an idea.
Hit me gently.
I don't think that Telesto has weapons on it. Like, I just don't think it'll let like weapons happen on it. But I think that there's nothing wrong with having
like external ship-sized weapons. Because Matey has a gun.
a little robot friend with guns hanging out on the front of the ship, shooting at stuff. And I think that we just I think we do that. We like maneuver, slam on the brakes, they passed us, and then we just have Matey on the front of the ship with this just big fucking gun, just shooting at these ships.
Yeah, there's a Gatling gun on the manifest, and they're like, "Oh, this is great. We're so lucky. We're gonna shoot you with the things you're trying to steal." Mwahaha. Love that.
And you just hear this just like robotic, evil, maniacal laugh from Matey as it's firing this
I
Gatling
do
gun.
think there are actually 2 grappling guns in the manifesto, and there is only one other person that can go outside. So it's time for Snowboard to prove itself.
Oh my god!
This is a courage scene.
Yes.
And they're making friends.
And making
This
friends.
is wonderful quality bonding time.
Yeah, so I think Cleanerbot is very courageous, and he boosts its self-esteem, and it's doing great. What's a good name for the ship we've lost? The one we managed to beat.
Flight of Fancy.
Ooh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's really good.
Mhm.
There we go.
Bing bong. This has been so much fun. That's
Bing bong. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Love that.
Excellent.
Clap, clap, clap.
Cool. Are we ready for the next card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a fair turn. It's not a fair one.
I think neither of my kings won.
Again, people can feel free to use jokers
No,
whenever they want.
Yeah.
Unless there's a tie.
Unless it's a tie.
Can't read.
But yeah, I think that oh yeah. So I think that we get to the we finally get to our delivery point and we think it's gonna be sad because Matey is gonna have to get dropped off. And then the person sees this like little murder bot and just goes, no, I don't want it. And Matey's like, good, I didn't want to go with you anyway. And so Matey becomes a permanent part of the ship.
Hooray.
I'm not gonna turn off my crisp to clap, but I'm applauding.
I think it's a nice, really that short, just where like Matey basically decides to stay with the ship.
You can stay. I was planning on it.
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
All
I
right. Flip,
think
flip.
Telesto probably uses one of the leftover birthday cakes from the research team.
It's a going
provide
away
for-
present. I love
Yeah.
Yeah. A butter cake.
You can
butter
really taste the
flavored
butter.
buttercream.
At least see we're
Is
Oh.
a king or a queen bigger? I want fear.
Okay.
I
Have fun.
wish
all right.
for
Do
fear.
it. Hell yeah. The people shout
We need to bring
fear,
drama.
Willow.
Hell yeah. So it is in between like jobs. It is in between, star systems. It is just the captain and Stand and the robots, of course. And there is a it's like a electromagnetic storm.
Mhm.
And I think basically what happens is it takes almost everything down to about 10% power for probably like a week while things have to be kind of hard reset. Like a couple of external power supplies have been full on blown by it and what have you. The robots are all on like skeleton crew mode. The ship is in skeleton crew mode. The lights flicker whenever you try and do anything up and including moving the ship. I think basically everyone has to sleep with an oxygen canister next to the bed just in case. Yeah, it's not a good time.
Exercise
And,
is forbidden, so they're bored as heck.
Well, it's a waste of oxygen, in an emergency scenario. Like, I think
Life's like such a go, bro.
maybe Tethys still has the same emergency protocols from when they were from when it was a research vessel, so it's a lot more like kind of hunker down and a lot less kind of freeform.
Yeah.
I think Cap and Stand are kind of no nonsense enough that they don't argue with the standards.
Yeah, I'm the only nonsense person doesn't need to breathe, so
Yep, that's it. No nonsense up to and including oxygen. And I think eventually, like post that kind of week from hell, things start to come online, and eventually long distance scanners come online, which is one of the kind of last systems to come up. And it very clearly seems to be that this magnetic storm came out of a sun a fair distance away, and became sharper and sharper and more streamlined until it speared directly through the middle of the ship.
That's
Scary.
And
Yeah.
just for the record, it wasn't through the circular bit. It was directly sort of brow to stern or bow to stern. I know
during the,
buds.
through the skinny bit, the
Yeah,
rod shape,
like end
rather
to
than
end.
clockwise. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yikes.
I'm just gonna
It's
go
bad
take a little
sun.
joyride through your ship tube.
Ow, right in the tube.
Time to flip tube?
What, the flip tube? That's what the captain says as one of the consoles, like, sparks.
I don't like what I'm seeing on here.
Tube.
Delightful. Next card.
Next card.
More fear!
Oh
Do you
no.
want
More
fear?
fear. Do we want more fear?
I want to
No.
know what the sun is about. Okay,
We're gonna be
cool. Let's be
courageous about
brave
it.
Be
against
brave
the,
about
yeah.
it.
We're gonna
Be brave
continue.
against the sun.
Uh-huh. That seems to be a running plotline in a lot of things.
You shall not go quietly into the cold, dark sun.
You shall go quietly into that big bad sun.
Yeah,
Into
let's
that
do it.
Dark
mean
sun.
sun.
Sorry, but a cold, dark sun sounds just such a terrifying phrase.
Uh-huh.
It's not good.
Uh-huh. Big bad cold dark sun.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna add 2 places. Cold, dark sun.
Brackets, big bad.
Well, it's big bad.
Big.
Big slash
Semicolon.
bad.
Brackets, big
bad.
dark. Brackets,
Oh, no.
sun.
Big bad.
Oh.
Large semicolon ominous. Adjectives.
Yeah, and we're being courageous, so we're gonna fly straight into it.
Yeah, we gotta
my
figure
God.
things out. This is a research vessel. We have excellent scanners. That's
We have
probably the
excellent
smartest.
close range scanners. Yeah.
Yeah. And we
Well,
want
I
answers.
appreciate your faith in my shields. I am slightly concerned by this course of action.
Bing bong.
That's true, you're right. It was non-canon. I didn't say bing bong beforehand.
You didn't say we. Teasing.
I'm sorry, Chris in the chat says the sun derogatory.
Yes.
Me, anytime outside of, like, April.
Oh, son, I've missed you. Oh, nope. You can go away
No,
again.
that's enough now. Whoa there, son. Are you winning?
We're about to find out. We've been courageous. I think that we might be doing a winning.
But yeah, I think we fly towards the sun and do some scanners and try to analyze what's up and why it did that to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing Wolf 369?
It
Because
could be.
that's what it does. That's what happens there. I don't
Yeah.
think we should though.
No, I think it would be interesting. What if we flip and see what the vibe is for what this sun wants? Because if we get joy, it's like, oh, the sun just wanted to be friends.
Oh, yeah, that's
accidentally.
good.
And sun and stuff.
And now it's realized how much it
Yeah.
wrecks with us
If it's
and is
fear,
like
you're
trying
gonna
to
be
be nice
eaten
to
by
the
a
ship.
sun.
Yeah.
Okay. Flip. Well, it's probably not sad.
It's a melancholy sun. If you can imagine
Melancholy.
that.
We could go a lot of different directions with this.
The
On
sun is
melancholy
lonely.
sun. Hey, what makes the sun kind of bittersweet?
I think
caramel. No.
caramel's not
Salt?
bittersweet.
It
Salted
could be some of
caramel.
that salted caramel, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
still wouldn't call
thinking of.
that bittersweet.
Yeah.
That's more
Put
umami.
more salt on it then.
Hang on, no, I'm gonna look. Hang on. I'm gonna look up bittersweet
Coffee
food.
cake. overly
I like
ground.
dark chocolate.
The hold is currently out of coffee cake.
Or oranges can be bittersweet.
No
I don't think that's right.
If they're bad
Anyways, I
oranges.
don't think this is going to answer the motivations of the big cold dark sun.
Okay, so I have
Grapefruit.
two ideas.
Hit
We
me.
fly up to the sun, and the comms open up, and it says, "What if an orange could be bittersweet? Would that be fucked up or what?"
Okay,
And then
but
the
yeah,
sun evaporates.
my two options, one of which actually, funny enough, someone, the Lost Larrikin in the chat says the sun's just so lonely. My first option is that there used to be two suns, and then they merged
Aww.
into one.
Oh, it's a non-binary sun.
But now it's
Yeah.
lonely.
The second idea that I had is that the sun's actually a portal to another dimension, but that one I'm less interested in, I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, I love that they loved each other so much they became one person, and now they're a lonely fusion.
Yeah,
Fusion
that's
is
the
a cheap
thing, is
tactic. Sometimes you're
yeah.
lonely at the end.
yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly it. Yeah, they were gay sons.
Now they are gay suns, singular.
Now they're a gay son, yes.
Oh wait, hang on, is it gay sun, plural?
Gay son plural. Perfect. Excellent. Good. Yeah, I think that as we get closer, I think what we thought was like the sun like rippling is actually, I don't think it's a perfect fusion. I think that it's still one entity now, but I think as you got really close you can see where it's two spheres that have overlapped each other.
Ooh.
Like
And
a PNG.
yeah.
That's how they demonstrate it. They get one of those electronic whiteboards and they're like, now if we get these two PNGs of suns and overlap them by 98%. I only have three voices, so eventually someone starts talking like Solid Snake. I'm sorry.
In chat, Nalisso, actually, it's pronounced Jason. Thank you.
Wow.
Can we note in chat that the big bad cold dark sun is Jason?
Yeah, I'm putting that in our notes. Parentheses, Jason.
The cult of the J Sun, gotcha.
The cult of the Jason.
This is
Beautiful.
great.
Wow, cool sun.
Yeah. Have you read Jason? Jason, yes. Oh, very good. Games are good, y'all. But yeah, I think we get close. We can see that it's two suns that kind of merge. Wyatt, don't talk to me, Jason. Thank you. But yeah, I think we learn, basically, we're able to see that it's two suns that merged. So
what can we do to help Jason? / what does Jason wants us to do?
Company?
I don't.
Are we sad because we can't help?
I
Melancholy?
think we're sad because we can't help, but I think it's melancholy because like we recognize that it's like you know how when there's one of your friends has a problem that like you can't solve and they can't solve, but it's gonna be okay, don't worry about it.
Gonna be okay even if neither of us can do anything about it right now, so we both just get to be futile alone.
Yeah.
But together.
And I think that like just us actually going over and inspecting it, this entity is like, it's happy that we at least took the time to try to figure out what its deal is, as opposed to just ignoring it or trying to run away from it.
Thank you for listening to my problems.
Yeah, it's like we talked about this earlier in the game. Where like, sometimes you just need someone to listen.
And I bet like the crewmates and the robots inside try and help in other ways, but that is the lasso that can like actually be there and listen to the sun because it's the closer like entity to it.
Filo, can you please say out loud what you typed into the chat?
No, Adam, I can't.
Then I will. Filo in the chat says, sometimes you just need someone to listen.
Yeah.
Also, before we continue, I just want this to be said out loud on the chat as it's breaking news. But friends at the table for their Road to Palisade are going to be playing tonight at 8 p.m. Weston's Wagon Wheel.
Oh, whoa!
So
Oh, wow.
It's
People
shout
have
in
out
invaded
to
my
the general
vocabulary.
Weston. Shout out to Weston. We're all really proud of you. You've made such a beautiful game. And I'm really excited to hear the friends play it. So proud of you.
Yeah. What if Kingdom but
Congratulations.
Wagon Wheel?
Yeah. So
That sounds like it's gonna be a delight. I am
Yeah.
so many episodes behind.
Me too, but it's fine.
I'll get
Oh,
there.
I think a fair amount of chat did not know that that was a thing. So yeah, there's a lot of oh-ohing going on.
Yeah. Good. But yeah. Anyway, proud of you, Weston. You are
Proud of you.
bestin'. Let's
Yes.
let's keep playing this game.
Let's keep questing, despite the
Let's
fact that
keep
we're not really on a
questing.
quest.
We're on a quest to smuggle things and be cool.
It's very unlikely to be a fear turn, I'll tell you that much.
All right, next card. Another tie.
Another tie.
Mhm.
I think that we just have. I feel like for this, it's on the simpler side of things. I think that it's just been a while between jobs.
You get resident.
And it's like on one hand, it's nice to have some downtime. The crew is doing fine. Like I don't think we're leaning into the whole like, if we don't have any jobs, we are completely broke. Like I think the ship's fine. The ship's in good condition. I think at this point in the timeline, it's been like 5+ years. So everyone's comfortable with each other. Everyone's comfortable with the ship, but there is that point. Yeah, I think someone said it. Brain has already yeeted voices, but someone said like being restless sucks. If
What
people have more
is
to add, I would
the
love to
Settlers of
hear it.
Catan like game that they tried playing, but it didn't really work because both Captain Antique Deposition and Standby Reward are way too competent.
Yeah,
Like way too serious about it.
yeah, that fits really well. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's like a lot of refreshing the comms and
Checking your LinkedIn messages.
checking the LinkedIn, just like yeah.
Posting, being like, keen to experience new opportunities, hashtag looking for work, hashtag, stellar coordinates, hashtag meta-conscious sun last week, that was kind of weird.
There are like 2 other posts on that hashtag.
All from this ship. It's weird. If I had $1 for every time I met a conscious sun.
I have 1. Which isn't too much, but it's weird that it happened.
Okay, let's pull the next card.
Intense, high-stakes gameplay.
Rook, stop plugging Filo's game. Downtimes are just times when you're down, which can be found at philohazard.itch.io and flip
Oh,
your card.
God damn it. I didn't pay attention to what you were doing until you were like halfway through.
It's one thing to see it in chat and have it not be announced, and it's another thing when you do it out loud with your mouth.
Oh, I didn't even notice it was in chat either. Ah!
Okay, you responded to me putting it in the channel chat, and I said, I'm gonna plug it if you don't stop me, and Adam said I should, so I
thought
did.
it was a clever lie.
Oh, no. No, I don't know how to lie. I never put any points in lie. You haven't played Night Rain with me yet, but I never put any points in lie. Love to make obscure mechanic stat jokes.
Yeah, Vaughn, flip your card.
Oh, I got distracted by defending my
I'm
honor.
aware.
It's fine, I lost. As revenge
I
for
mean, you could
being
Joker.
like this.
You could Joker if you want.
Nah, why would BC be sad?
Yeah.
There. All right.
I'm waiting. Because I'm just gonna...
You put your card in your pile. It goes in my
I...
pile.
Okay, but what if I decided that I want to use a Joker?
Then
Because I
use
realize there's
Joker
only
then.
3 options left.
Then do it.
Whoop. Okay. I'm just shake things up in the last act.
Wait, hang on, no, my card goes. Wait a second. There's a wrong amount
Yes.
of cards.
Yes.
There we go.
I think that's... I don't know how this works. Don't at me. Also, it doesn't fully matter. I don't think you're gonna get 10 cards. Anyone's gonna get 10 cards in the next 5 seconds. But we could.
Sweet peony speed run.
I'm just gonna pull the table because we do have 3 turns left. Do we get another shot of new people on the ship?
If we do, I think it would be right now, and I think you'd have to have a very sad reason for why Captain Antique gives up the ship.
I don't want to DM you a thing real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
So how's your day going, Alice? You having a good one?
Yeah, I think
Where are you?
it would be better, yeah, if people donated to Black and Pink. You can
Wow,
get the
that
link.
sounds like a great cause. They should
But-
donate.
Yeah.
Bing bong, everyone should donate to Black and Pink.
Bing bong, all cops are bastards.
Any new donations? There are no new donations since we...
We did say the bing bong, and now it's canon. That's how
Yeah.
it works. We narrowed it down. Man, you know we were talking about cakes earlier? I started thinking about, you know those cakes which are just like display cakes where they just have like boxes that they put the like cake icing on the outside of?
Yes,
that is an
Just to
aesthetic
give everyone
touchstone.
an update, Vaughn is being a complete shit to me, and it's very funny.
I wanted to double check before being like, hey, here's some of this obscure thing about a character that we only have done a little bit with, but have a backstory that we could use that will be really sad. I want to check with you before we introduce...
that part's fine. You're not being a shit about that. It's the part where I'm like, I don't remember this person's name, and I went, heck, and you're like, that's not it.
Oh, yeah. My secondary stat, right below sorrow, which is snark. It's in your sheets.
Start.
It is.
If I beat you to it, I win a cookie.
You win
Somebody
everything.
should donate about it.
If you find it before me, I'll donate $20 to the stream. If I find it before you, I'm not gonna make you donate money, but I'll donate $10.
I could probably manage $20.
Okay.
I'll take this bet. You just might have to walk me through doing it, as I haven't yet this year. This should be in here because this person's your rival.
Right.
Bernadetta Triage.
There we go. All right. Yep. Bernadetta Triage was my character. Was Captain Antique Dispositions.
You know what
rival
every
ex-wife.
power... Yeah. You know what every powerful smuggler with a good reputation and a great head for business needs?
An ex-wife?
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone who betrayed
That
you
is
and left
true.
you for dead, and is now your sworn enemy, and you're still in contention. You know
they
what the
do
worst
need that.
time to meet your ex-wife is?
Uh-huh.
When you've been having a lot of downtime and restlessness, and you're off your game, and You've been playing way too much space chess. And yeah. The radars start going off, and you've had 3 false alarms in the last week because of rock drift in this area. Because you're going through a belt.
Uh-huh.
So you're in the middle of a game, and you're like, all right, in 3 moves, I'll have this. I want to finish it. I'll check it in a second. And then cleaner. No, there's the bing bong. Because Telesto's pulled things up on the cameras. Bing bong, we think you might want to set that aside. This isn't a rock, Captain.
Oh. Yeah, I think
Dramatic
that
eye contact between Stan and Captain. I don't think
Uh-huh.
either of them have thought that this is what it is, but they're like, oh, it's go time. We were not expecting go
Yeah.
time. And it's that mix of, oh, finally something, and also, oh, no. Why does everything go wrong at the worst time? Because it's always the worst time.
It's always the worst time. And I think, do they go how do they fight this person?
There's a boarding. There's a hull breach. She rips
Uh,
the doors off of your airlock.
uh-huh.
She's got a big Jaws of Life grappling claw. It's like those claw machines where you get gashapons out of it. It's like one of those, but in space. It's horrifying. Everyone thinks it's the laser guns that are really scary, but no, it's claws.
Yeah.
Because it's so much harder to repair that. You can just weld over a laser line. You just
Right.
stick the ship back together and you wrap a bunch of rivets around it. It's fine. It's like a duct tape band-aid. But when things are shredded, that's different. And if it's okay with everyone else, a thing that I sort of pitched to Adam for how sad this was going to be is only we have the robots at the end of this. And there's a bit of
Yeah.
time where the robots repair the doors before sending out any calls looking for people to come hang out because, they miss people and it's a perfectly good ship now that it can hold air.
Yeah. And I think that the last shot would be just the spaceship drifting as the robots repair it.
Mm-hmm.
How
Mhm.
long does it drift? Let's flip the next card and we'll find out how long it drifts for.
Yeah.
Can't wait to roll joy, and it's 15 minutes.
Hey.
Oh, weird.
It's
That's bad.
fear.
No, it's fair.
Yeah.
So
Actually, you know what? I
Hmm?
disagree. It's joy.
Okay.
It is 15 minutes.
No, so the thing that happens is joyful. It doesn't mean that the intervening time was. Uh, I think that
The happier you are, the
after,
longer it's been.
gosh, how long has this? I think that we're like 13 years since the start of the game.
Is it another
Ish.
10?
I think it's like 10 years.
Yeah.
But I think
wow.
that
Hmm.
the robots are like savvy enough that like they can repair the ship. What's on? So the ship's not in disrepair, but it's like, not in the best condition.
And they have to put new
And
oxygen in it, which there isn't
I
really any of
think
that.
I think it drifts really close to Jason, the big bad dark cold
The
dark
big
sun.
bad, sad, non-binary
Yeah,
sun.
and I
Yes.
think that Jason the cold dark cold big bad cold dark gay sun um uses its like electromagnetic magnetic properties to like propel the ship towards a planet that's civilized,
Let
and
me
they
give you a
send out
boost.
give it a little boost,
Oh.
and someone finds the ship, and I think that they bring it in. I think they have like a big like not scavenging ship because I don't think it's like scavengers, but it's like a repair ship or whatever, where they like find repair and then sell ships. And I think that The ship is hauled in, it's repaired, it's spiffied up, and I think that it's then put up for sale. But it's the best condition the ship's been in like decades.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Probably since the first solar probably since that meteor shower with the first crew we saw.
Yeah, yeah.
Bing bong donate.
Big bongs
Catching up on
donate.
chat. Well, they said bing bong, so now we have to.
Yeah, there you go. Those are the rules. God, how do we miss calling a robot like
Oh, there's still
4C,
time.
4B? There's still time. We still have 2 cards left.
Like, what if 4C4B is the captain? We just end up with like all robot ship.
Honestly.
Yeah, you want that, honestly.
The oxygen is optimal, which is like it's optional. It's we turn it on when we have guests. It's like a little treat, a little party. Let's break out the champagne. And by champagne, I mean oxygen because you need to breathe.
Guests can have little oxygen as a treat. Also, Rook, flip your card.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at the stream, and then I almost clicked on the stream, so like, you know who I am. It's fine.
Streams.
You're not gonna be
Valid.
sad. 4C4B is gonna be so powerful. Excellent captain.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm courageous.
Yeah, they're so brave.
They are so brave.
I'm
because
gonna
I
add
think
them to
it's
the list.
First, like all robot man ship. Like most trips and operations usually have at least one, if not human, like leaving creature. And I think this time, because it's a salvaged ship and it's a few decades old, is cheap enough that a little crew of robots could buy it.
Does 4C4B bring friends?
Yes.
Oh, they can probably fit a couple more robots than the
Yeah,
human
they
max
don't
of
need
6.
to eat. They don't need to breathe. So let's all make up some robots.
Yeah. Now I have to go figure out how to make one of these into Leet Speak because I have an OC to bring to town.
I got one. Nope.
You can't steal mine. Ooh, please learn how to type. That looks delightful. My robot is Auspice. They used to be a human medical mech. And in the time since they decided to do whatever they want, because, you know, some robots can have a little sentience and free will as a treat. They are not a mechanic. They did not just learn how to like fix robots. They do love tricking people into betting on things, especially rigged events. But that's not really what they bring to the table as a crew member. That's just a hobby. I think they man the turrets. Mhm. The gunbot, if you will, as they are not a gunman.
I just put the descriptor for matey as dangerous.
Yes. That's definitely their job.
Their job is to be dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, they deal with onboarders. They probably work like the secondary turret, if there's enough threat. Like, we're surrounded, matey, help me out. I don't have enough hands. I do have 4 of them, but like they don't reach the other turret. Auspice. Human medic originally, now gunner and hobbyist bookie. brackets rigged. And we'll put our fun little lead speak in here when everyone else finishes.
Then we have Ghost, who is an AI in a Game Boy sort of portable device.
Mm. Do they plug into Telesto and do things?
Yeah,
But-
they help
yeah.
navigate.
Are they a hacker? Do they engage in cyber battle?
Yes.
A cyber brawl. A good old-fashioned cyber brawl. What's the name of their Game Boy game?
Also, I am marking a ghost on my bingo card. Thank you very much.
Delightful.
God damn it. Self-fulfilling prophecies.
That's my
Hey,
second
did you
bingo.
announce yours?
No. I have Domino, she, her, a literal power loader but a robot, which basically means a power loader, but it also kind of has a head on there at some point.
Mm-hmm.
She is
Ugh.
enormous. She takes up corridors. She tends to spend her time in the largest sections of the ship, oddly enough. She was an industrial, lifting robot for 15 years and has gone out, paid for her own freedom somehow, and is out to explore the galaxy.
You saved somebody's life. It's not that hard.
Oh, that's true. It
Ours
was
just-
the old life debt situation. She caught a spaceship which was about to fall on someone, off of a
That is so much
repair
more
harness or
fabulous
whatever.
than what I was going to pitch. I love that.
There you go.
Yes. Go bigger, go home. Adam,
Yes.
did you have anyone to add?
No, I'm just sticking with the with I came up with the names for both Cleaner and Matey, so I'm those are my contributions.
All right. I will copy paste this into our chat so people can laugh at our leads. When people are being rude to Auspice, they absolutely call him piss. Also, when Auspice runs a con on literally anyone, including one of the other crew members, it's like, ha, yeah, you're taking the piss. It's much funnier when they pull it off on literally anyone outside of the gang.
Uh-huh.
I do think Ghost's equivalent of the beep boop is hacker voice. So he starts every sentence with hacker voice and then says whatever he wants to say.
Hacker voice, I'm in. Yes. Thank
Voice.
you.
This is a hold up.
Hacker voice. This is a cyber brawl and a stick up.
Yeah.
Smart characterization. Indeed.
But also hacker voice. How's your day? You might be hacker related stuff.
Hacker voice, sick gains. I am the same size as ever. There's still sick gains.
All right, we have one more card, and then we have the epilogue.
Yeah. All right. Flip,
Probably
flip.
not going to be a fear last turn, I tell you that.
Sorry,
It was
y'all.
not.
Oh no.
It's
Sad.
fine. We know
Sad
what the
times
epilogue's gonna look like,
at the
so we
OK
can have a
Corral.
little.
The epilogue is still going to be an
Yeah.
choice thing. So this one thing will be sad. And it'll be fine.
We can challenge you with a little sad.
Yes.
As a treat.
Real quick though, hacker voice. I love you. Hacker voice. I'm not doing great lately. Could use a friend to talk to.
We
Hacker
got a
voice.
friend for you. Ship pulls up at Jason.
Hacker voice, who unplugged my port connection?
Bing bong. That was me. You've been using too much power lately.
You've been spending too much time on the space internet. You need a timeout. That is also a noise the ghost can make.
Wait, Rook, is that the sad thing? Is that Hacker Voice used all their data for the month too early?
No. But it's definitely gonna be Ghost's fault. So there's that. So Ghost figures out how to so basically part of the smuggling and whatnot, they order a Wi-Fi chip and they do not tell anyone what it is. They ask Auspice very nicely to help them be installed because Ghost doesn't have thumbs. Ghost could do a lot of things. Upgrading himself is not one of them. And it does that. Boots Online. This is a very illegal mod. They can access the Wi-Fi without the cable port now so that they can, use as much data as they want whenever they want because they're a big boy, they're a fully sized adult robot who can fit in the palm of a human hand. Ain't nobody gonna tell them what to do. And everyone on the crew gets hit with a virus.
Oh no.
And they have to deal with it. It's like that episode on all of these human crew shows where everyone gets like the space flu and nearly dies and like has hallucinations, except it's a cyber virus. And Ghost being small doesn't. The fun, ironic, and lucky part of this is that the virus that came on this chip was expecting a more complex chassis, and was targeting motor control systems and other things that aren't part of Ghost's programming. So Ghost is fine. But now Ghost gets to go, hacker voice, I'll save you. As soon as I debug all of this code and figure out what I need to upload to fix you, stand by. And I think they just lose a month just kind of stuck in space, and Ghost is like, I sure hope we don't fall into the sun before I fix this. So there's a lot of dread and sad, and I think it was so at the end of that there's I'm sorry, and then everyone is a butt about it and never Ghost live it down, and that's a little sad. The little pixel cry face emoji is semi-permanently burned into the LCD screen on this Game Boy pad because it's spent so much time being used as part of their emoticon set. Also illegal. Did not come with a virus.
Perfect. Excellent.
Yep.
So
Love
we've
to
made
be
it.
funny sad.
Yes. So we've made it to the end of the game, and the game ends when all players have exhausted their decks. Once this happens, you're going to count how many cards you have in your respective discard piles. Part of why I like playing cards.io is that it counts them for you. And then whoever has the most cards will narrate one final vignette. This can be an ending to the story or even an epilogue detailing what happens after the end and is framed by the emotion of whoever won. However, don't think of this final vignette as a character ending. This is just the final emotion we see from them for the game. If we had tied, we would have co-narrated a melancholy or bittersweet one. But we have a joyful ending. And I think that I'm going to jump ahead another 10 years. And I think that it's the same crew still. It's all the same robots. Some have modifications. The ship's still running really well. And they're just off. And I think this is the happiest that Tethys has been, because they don't have just one job. This crew just goes off and does what they want. I think that for a while they were just kind of adventure explorers. I think they did some smuggling for a little while. They were mercenaries for hire. They've just done a little bit of everything. It's just whatever they feel like doing for the day, for the week, for the month is what they've been doing. And I think that this is the kind of crew that Tethys wanted and didn't realize that they wanted. And so they're really happy where this life has taken them after 30 plus years of service.
They still insist on birthday cake, even though no one in the crew can eat cake at this point, but they still defrost it anyway.
Look, here's the thing: no one's gonna get mad at the butter cake now because they're all
I just stick it back in the fridge. But the act is the protocol is to defrost the fridge. The cake. No one ever says it needs to be eaten.
Oh
Right,
no,
that's
it's
true,
just
yeah.
aesthetic. It's aesthetically put there, you know.
And then it goes back.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah, it's
one
just
atrociously
the-
frosted and defrosted over and over
Oh
cake.
god.
It's just for the
It's-
ritual of singing happy birthday. They just
Yeah.
defrost it and then frost it
Uh-huh.
again.
They play a
Bing
MIDI
bong,
version of Happy
congratulations.
Birthday.
Bing bong, congratulations.
Ghost absolutely delivers chiptune happy birthday. It's like part of a weird Easter egg in their original game code. Also, the robot crew has discovered an astonishing number of Easter eggs, but I do not think they have all of them.
Yeah, I think that
I
by
was
the
thinking
time we end
72.
the game, I think, what'd you say?
I was thinking about 72.
72 out of 93? Yeah.
Which is like
I
quite
think,
a jump.
I think that Antique Deposition and their crew left it off at like 34, and I think this robot crew bumped it up significantly.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
more than
don't
double
think-
the entire previous history.
Yeah.
You don't think Cleaner Bot Tata's spouse doesn't know every Easter egg? They've been married
Cleaner
for
Bot.
decades.
You take your marriage secrets to the grave.
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that Tethys knows all of the Easter eggs.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah.
I think that when someone unlocks them, then Tethys is like, "Oh, Easter egg."
Yeah, they only know how many there are and which ones were unlocked. Like, I have 17 languages. It's true. I now have access to this file that was zipped and did not look like a language and has now been installed. I have 18 languages.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, all the Easter eggs are just zipped and like have keywords, and I don't know if the CSS file or whatever that pings that. Can you tell I don't know anything about coding?
CSS is the image.
I know
one
what
on
it
the
is. I don't.
website.
CSV is, I think, what I was thinking of from
Oh,
the
you're bound.
PCIAO. I just forgot, and I was like, I know it's not CSS, but it's also not SVG. CSV is right there in the middle, and I've arrived.
You're bound.
Whatever it is that does the executes, I don't think. I think Telesto could look, but they don't.
No, of course not. It would spoil
That ruins
the
all the
fun.
fun. I think they know like the first 5 because they opened it and went, "Oh, that's what that is," and closed it in like a extremely small number of seconds.
Love to
because
get
Rogue
bored and
processing
start
time.
browsing through your own OS architecture files. Comforting.
So they know like one of them was unlocked, and the next 4 still haven't. So they have 4 things they're waiting for people to say, and the rest of them they still don't know because it's absolutely not a sequential list.
Yeah.
So of the 21 remaining things, 4 of them are items 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know, the easy ones.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
One of the
So,
Easter
the one
eggs
thing-
is called the magic word, and it's where you ask the AI with please. And yeah, it took 2 weeks to be unlocked. It allows the relevant crew member to open doors by saying "Open Sesame."
And that was item number 7.
Question: does Telesto know how many Easter eggs there are, or just does not know?
No, they know because they can announce like, "Oh, we're at 72 out of 93."
Okay, gotcha.
Achievement unlocked.
before
Gamertag
we-
voice.
Before we close off, what was the last Easter egg discovered? What was number
95 out of 93.
No. That we leave them on. What was Easter egg number 72?
Yeah, the one that bumped it. Yeah. It's not goodbye. It's see you soon.
Aww,
Yep.
that's cute.
Yeah.
Look, I can do more than sad.
That was sad.
No,
What?
that's great.
That was sad.
All right, everyone. I know that we're a little bit before the next stream, so you'll probably be jamming out to some music for the until the 8 o'clock game starts. I just want to say huge thank you to all the players. You guys were all absolutely wonderful. To everyone watching, please go ahead, follow the link in that I posted in chat, or that
We have had another
we
donation, Hawk.
yeah. Well, we do have one more donation. You're right. Let me go ahead and refresh and read out the most recent donation. Oh, hey, what do you know? Adam Silverstein donated $20 because he lost a bet to Rook.
Well, who's that? That sounds like a really cute and talented person who writes really good games. Oh, wow, it's a real mystery for the ages.
Oh yeah. Also, the last thing released on the Cobalt Tower, the last thing released on indignatsmirk.itch.io was 2 bonus playbooks for downtimes are just times when you're down.
Oh, God's sake.
I told you could plug me as revenge, and you didn't do it, so I'm going to make you
You
embarrassed.
got revenge on yourself. Anyway, everyone, please go and donate to the Tiltify. We're hoping to raise $1,000 by the end of the weekend. It would be really great if we could meet that goal. If you're listening to this on the video on demand on YouTube, please just go to Black and Pink and donate directly there. Again, you can find Sweet Peony at hawk-windrider.itch.io /Sweet and the rest of the games that I write at hawk-windrider.itch.io. You can follow me on Twitter at hawkwindrider. If anyone has any last things they want to plug.
Hi, yeah. You can find my games at lssv.itch.io. I'll be playing Untitled Ghost Game on Sunday.
Soon there will come a day where I will hold you by the wrists, and I will press my forehead against yours, and I will say, my name is Filo T. Hazard. I use he and they pronouns. You can find me at philohazard.itch.io or Filo Hazard on Twitter. I'm working on a few games right now. I had a neat idea for a Doctor Who one yesterday. I might do that.
Oh my god.
You're so powerful and have so many
What?
ideas.
Is that not how people do intros?
That is beautiful. That's a great
That sounds like
outro.
half the tweets that I send you all the time. All right.
That's true.
So clearly there's some osmosis, and I'm delighting in it. Hello. I have been Vaughn and or Rook and or Blue Arson Grave. Or yeah, I probably forgot one. I've been playing a game for 2.5 hours. I don't have a brain cell, and I can never remember any character's name after a game. Sometimes even in the middle, I will say the other character's name for my character.
I can't believe you missed
very
Rook,
confusing.
which is the only one that was written down.
I thought I
for
said Vaughn
everyone
and
to
or
see.
Rook, and then I added more. But yeah, I probably
Okay.
did miss Rook. I'll believe it.
I was looking at the caption, so
I was counting on my fingers.
You can find me at Indignant Smirk on Twitter and .itch.io. If you are interested in a cool podcast about mostly GM-less games, about feelings first play, and audio fiction powered by game design actual play, follow me for more details as that becomes a thing.
I am
it's in progress.
Are we doing the Pobcat plug? Can I also do one on the end as well?
Oh,
yeah,
you absolutely
whatever
can.
you want.
So follow me on Twitter if you're curious. I have a lot of stuff that just needs editing and stuff. So it's in progress. It's gonna happen. There's more in the future. That's my plug. Finger guns. Back to Fee.
Sorry, I didn't realize we were doing like our stuff plugs, and I was too busy being cool and fun and ironic, which I spend most of my time doing anyway. But still,
You can do
if you like to hear me talking about robots and also other people on a show that's been described as Blackadder Gets in the Gundam, check out Admiralty Blues on Twitter. That is Admiralty Blues, all one word, as an @. And yeah, we play Beam Saber. It's retro futuristic. I play an extremely small, extremely useless lesbian. It's great.
I've listened to this podcast. I think it is an absolute treasure and a delight. Every character is my favorite. It just depends on who was cool most recently. Unless it's Geralt, because then it's Geralt. But that's because I played Sorrow today. Everyone understands instantly. But this actual play inspired me to get around to finally believing in myself that I can gem, and that's why I have mentioned planning to run a game of Beat Saber for my friends, which has featured some of these name drops. So, yeah, go listen to Admiralty
And-
Blues. It's a delight. It's very funny. I laugh about it every week, and sometimes cry.
Yeah, and then again, I know we're leaving this off just a little bit early, but please stick around at 8 p.m. We are going to have people playing the brightest things we know. Yes, the brightest things we know. You're gonna have such a blast listening to that game, and please donate to Black and Pink. But with that, I think that we are done. One last thing, Philo, can you leave us out on an outro, please? I want to hear your thing to be last.
Oh, what a time we've had. I'll miss you all, but I'll miss myself most of all. Oh, cool. Someone linked my podcast in the chat. Sorry, hang on, what? Uh,
Cut the stream for good.
cut it, take it down, take it
Cut
down.
it. We're good. We're done. Get us out of here, Bill. Eject.
Frantically pouring petrol on the tapes. We gotta go.